Who's winning the line? Playing the Seahawks today, though, I thought they might get one.
Seahawks are winning.
I like your odds.
Nah.
I like your odds.
Choking again? I don't know what the score was.
I hope they don't.
They were about 8 last year.
They're losing right now. They have the ball.
Good afternoon, KARD Club members. Here we are today. It's the day we've been looking for. We got Team Waco against Team Killeen. I got a special guest with me in the booth today. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hello, All In Bastion is in the booth today.
All In Bastion. If y'all don't know who that is, that's a poker extraordinaire. He's a dealer. Today he's commentator, and he's been on the poker stream playing. So today we're gonna get maybe a trifecta of aspects as far as Sebastian is gonna give us a little bit of insight on how it feels to deal to these players, play in it, and then be a commentator. So we'll get throughout the show. I'll ask him a couple of questions, maybe like a small interview to see how he's played it. So for us on the outside, I haven't played it yet, but he's played it. And also again from the dealer's point, you know what I mean? How does he feel when he cracks somebody's ace with 2-3?
Yeah, for sure. And I also spent, with this poker bowl, I spent a lot of time in Waco's club, and I also spent the time here, so I'm familiar with a lot of these players, and I thank God for this opportunity. So it's going to be a good game. Yeah,
so it looks like he's going to get some good insight. So it looks like who you taking today, Sebastian? Waco or Killeen, man?
Man, the Killeen players are tricky. But the Waco players they really stand up and solid. So
who you taking, man? Take a horse, man.
I'm gonna go with the Killeen players. They're just gonna catch somebody in the spot.
All right, that works. And the way this is gonna work today is we're gonna have 5 and 4. So I think for the first hour and 30 minutes, it's gonna be 5 players from Killeen's side. It'll be 4 from Waco, and at that hour and 30-minute break, they'll swap, and one of the Killeen players will come out, and Waco will come in. So it'll be 5 and 4. So. Trophies up for grabs, and I think $1,000. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. 50 likes will get us to go into overtime. And if y'all noticed before, I've always mentioned overtime is when the pots get huge, Sebastian. I keep mentioning that in the overtime, man. It seems that people that have lost are chasing that money in the last 30 minutes. So
they go crazy.
That's when the pots get crazy, man. That's when we've seen the most action.
Okay. Let's take it there.
It would be your own.
Queen Chrissy comes out with ace king suited, man. I mean unsuited, raising it 50.
You're gonna bluff. It's gonna be fun.
Right, yeah. I would say we'll see it in 30 minutes.
First hand of the night goes to Team Killeen and Chrissy. So, yeah, I think the way they're doing it, Sebastian, I think it's going to be the cumulative winners of teams. So,
I think it's usually.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So, whoever has the most at the end.
Yeah, whichever team, you're going to add it up, yeah.
Okay, cool. And talking about the KARD Club, the biggest 1-2 game in Texas, right?
Oh, easy by far. I mean, I know you said you've been around, so you've been to Waco, you've been around. I mean, did you see any?
Man, see, the advantage here is, like I said, when you go to Waco and when you go to Rounders and different clubs, they cap what you buy in for.
Yeah.
So here, and I'm sure you can attest to this, I've seen 40,000 on a 1-2 game.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
So you can buy in for 50 or you can buy in for 50K.
Hey, that's why I always say, man, I always tell them, I said the minimum buying is 50. I said, but maximum buying is whatever your wallet can afford.
Right.
So. Yeah, so I think most of the players we're all familiar with everybody. I think the only one maybe new to the stream that I've been here is going to be C1.
C1 right here?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him play. Maybe you have Slim Shady's in there for Team Waco. There you go, Kai.
Uh-oh, Waco scrub with the
Waco
aces on
with
the
aces, man. Kai going to bluff or get away from here?
Good fold.
Yeah, it seems. I know Kai. People think Kai plays crazy, but I think the biggest advantage for Kai, or the thing that makes him a good player, man, is he knows when to lay him down. You know what I mean? When not to make the right moves. You know what I mean? Like as far as trying to steal a blind or steal the pots. Always seems that he stays out of. He navigates the table good. So.
Yeah, Waco scrub. Been on the stream a couple times, and has held his own. So he mixes up a little bit and knows, like I said, the same as Kai.
Yeah.
They kind of balance each other out.
So at 4:15 is when she'll switch with our guy.
Yeah, but if he was switched, I don't have to know first.
So Sebastian, when you're dealing these games, man, do you I know we're not supposed to, but do you ever pick a horse or you have somebody that you hope wins, man, or you just out there dealing and
To be
doing your
honest,
job and just
I
don't
do
even think
not.
about it?
No, but Chrissy just limped with kings right here.
Trying to set a trap?
Trying to set the trap. And then Waco Scrub raises with these nines. But no, I really just appreciate good play. You know what I mean? I sit in the
Yeah.
box, I deal, and I just appreciate players who play the right way and, you know, make good moves and say good hand when they lose and things like that.
Waco Scrub calling? What do you think? Well, I guess there it is, right?
Well, it worked. She limped and she got the raise that she wanted to.
She got a heads up, right?
Yeah, going heads up out of position with kings. Feeling good until.
With that 9 spike, she's never going to see it.
My
See,
God.
this is, see, for commentating is a lot different. You know what I mean? Like, you just want to
But that ace is going to slow her down, so she's not going to lose
think.
the max.
Well, I think he's about to pop it here, don't you think? Or is he going
He
to?
should smooth.
No, I mean, with him
Oh,
flush
no.
draws, you know what I mean? And this, the only good thing about this is that ace.
Exactly.
So, you know, Queen Chrissy's going to be able to get away from this hand because of the ace.
But in Chrissy's mind, what is he raising with? You know
Exactly.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's why I think you should.
Ace king?
swing. Right.
And she knows she's beat, so. But you, yeah.
Yeah. Good fold. Aggressive raise, you know, because you know how hard it is to flop a set.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And then the clubs are out there too.
Those clubs
so,
are
you know,
out
a
there.
club comes out and they may slow them down. But
that one? What? I said you got a big backpack.
once again,
Oh, God, don't
Waco
mention the
Scrub
backpack.
Waco
takes.
Scrub takes another one.
Yeah.
For the Waco
don't,
guys,
Don't mention the backpack with that jackass in the room.
I know it. That hand should have got about 10 likes. So go ahead and hit that like. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe also and hit that like button so we can go to overtime. And that's what we're aiming to get. So for every 50 likes that we get, we're going to go 30 minutes. So pump that juice up, hit them likes, and we're going to see this money getting tossed around today.
Are they doing a mandatory straddle or no?
No, I don't think so. They might be, though. I mean, today there's so many chips on the table. I'm like, I always mention on the stream, I said, I know the people that are looking at this stream today thinking that, you know, if they come here with $300 or $400, you can't sit down and play. But I always tell them, I usually buy them for $300, man. I've seen people walk in with $300 and walk out with $3,000. I'm like, so
Yeah, definitely.
money, all this money is at stake. There's only a couple of players that you know, once they win that money, it's going into a vault. But hey, what do you think the advantage is of having played with these players before? Is it an advantage or disadvantage for like the guy in seat 1? I've never played with him, so you think that he's got an advantage today?
Yeah, Papa P. I played with him before. His name is Preston. He's pretty nice. But I think it's always an advantage when your image is not known to others.
Yeah.
So
You know, a lot of people are on the stream.
yeah, but he plays high stakes. It's pretty decent.
What's Kai doing here? Got Queen Chrissy with the 3s. Well, I guess the only thing about this is Team Colleen against Team Colleen, right?
Yeah.
The only person that they wanted to get in the hand is going to get out. Papa P's going to get out pretty cheap. Oh, he's going to lose 100.
Yeah.
Chrissy's not caught. I mean, Kai's not betting anymore, is he?
Well, after that call,
What would you think she's got?
exactly.
What are you about?
We play, and then you call that
I don't know
I was
if
gonna
you
re-raise
me.
Kyle.
They didn't make a fucking chance on the fucking bed.
You like already got precious money out of it.
I think Kai got lucky with that one, right? Only one coming out.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Keep for it.
Soft thing.
What?
3-2.
Yeah, he folded.
Was there a raised pre-flop or
It
Kai
was
did?
raised 50. Remember?
Oh, it's 50? Oh, Papa P
raised
made it 50. Chrissy's feeling, you think that's a little bit of a tilt from them kings getting cracked?
Possibly.
6 of hearts, 3 of hearts.
Yeah, King Kai's on 500 just like that?
What happened? He ran into aces and he threw, well.
Oh, I guess that hand right there, he bet 250.
Yeah, he ran, 250.
Just
Well,
like that.
You know, Kyle gets a little splashy.
Oh, yeah.
I think he does that for his image as well. You know what I mean?
And I think sometimes he gives pots away like that because he gets later on in the night, he's going to get paid off big.
Exactly, right.
You know, I mean, I know it sounds weird to say that, you know, you might take a loss of $50, $60 here to make up $600, $700 later on in a pot when people put you on a bluff or something.
Yeah, for sure.
What's your philosophy when you play against Kai, man? I always say that he's one of the better players around here, but I always say it's just hard to put him on any hands, man. He's so unpredictable, which it's good, but
Very much so. My philosophy personally, and I think a lot of people should tune in, is play him when you're in position. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Therefore, you get to see if he's on the lead. You get to see if he's going to check raise. You know what I mean? One of the most aggressive, one of the most sneaky players that we've seen in this area. You know, so your best advantage is to get a good hand in position and go from there.
we just got a lot of aggressive players on the table today, I think.
I'll go scrub with the raise with that suited connector.
Good shot, never seen a pot he doesn't like. And Mr. Bobby's a conservative but good player, don't you think? I think he needs to be a little bit more aggressive. Sometimes he calls just too much instead of actually making moves. That's what I noticed about him.
Yeah.
Last night we're playing dice with
Look at this flop.
both
Both flop open-ended.
Both flop open-ended. This could be one of them hands. Waco scrub with the C bet. Good shot with the call in position.
Look, oh, I thought Kai had that 4 and he folded. Good shot turns a flush draw.
Yeah, more equity, so you're definitely gonna get that money in there.
I think this is gonna take it down. $200 bet's gonna take it down.
Jesse 5K effective, you know he's gonna call for sure. It's 200 to 5,000. But now what do you do?
Well, I mean, he has to bet. Not
Yeah, it's gonna be
Waco
hard.
Scrub's got to bet.
He
But
checks.
it's harder for him to bet. Yeah. Now, Jesse, you have to check, right? Why would you bet in this position? I mean, the pot's already 6. Yeah.
I missed the world. Missed the world.
That's the world.
Good hand. Yeah. I mean, I think if he bets again, don't you think Waco Scrub, he takes it down there?
Yeah, most likely.
Right? Well,
You're
you
not
can't call
with
him
Jack
anymore,
high.
right? Yeah. I mean, you call him Jack High.
But once again, that's the powers of playing in position. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because even if he bets, he might protect his hand
Yeah.
and take the pot down still. So that's a good pot by good shot. And way to stay in there.
Yeah, he called $200 on that turn.
Right.
So these pots are getting big and quick.
Sure. So that's
I don't know if you listened to my stream. Probably we streamed about 3 weeks ago. I had a top 5. So I'll give you about 10 minutes. Sit here and watch and think about it. You give me your top 5 that you've seen on the stream or just seen in here at the Card Club, and I'll let you know who my top 5 were and see if.
cool. We
So,
can do that.
so think about your top 5 and let me know.
Speaking of top 5, JWIN is coming up.
Oh yeah.
He's one of them, I think, new generational poker stars, especially in that Austin area.
Oh yes.
He's doing a lot of good things. I'm proud of him.
These Waco players waking up with pocket pairs, huh?
Pocket queens. Going 3 ways.
He's gonna slow down everybody real quick, ain't it? Let somebody sneak in there? Well, no.
All right, betting third pot with queens. Getting the call right here.
You get kind of trouble, don't you think? Again, I think in that position, if Kai had that ace, I mean, and of course, this is me just sitting back.
Yeah.
And you've played before, so let me ask you some some questions, because when I see some of the players playing and they make calls like this, I'm sitting back looking at it, maybe looking from a different angle, but I'm thinking if I raise there 35 on that flop and Kai's got that ace, wouldn't he come over the top if he had a nice ace, especially with the 2 clubs out there?
Right. Well, like
Just
you
a
said,
smooth call. What do you put Kai on? If he had an ace, wouldn't he re-raise you?
well, when the club gets there too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You kind of get concerned. So sometimes when that turn doesn't help you, or like you said, maybe he's just waiting for a better spot. Maybe he didn't think that was a good spot. The ace is there, the clubs are there. You know what I mean? It's still cheap. Let's get away from it now. So, but I don't know. Sometimes I just make up my mind. I got the best hand. You know what I mean? Like, I got queens, and I don't care what comes. I know this player. If you beat me, you beat me.
And if you really think about it, the odds of you having an ace when the ace is on the board, man, is not very good. You know what I mean? Like, just because the ace comes out, a lot of people always assume that the other player has the ace, and that's where poker comes into play as far as.
Yeah, or if he had the queen of clubs right there, he knows he's kind of blocking one of those nut flush draws.
Waco Scrub and Slim Shady going at it. Slim Shady's a pretty aggressive player.
Yeah.
I know he likes to see bet a lot.
I'm a big fan of Slim Shady too. Like I said, very solid out of Waco.
With the call.
Uh-oh.
Well, definitely neither one of them going anywhere now because that club got there. Whatever Slim Shady bets, Waco Scrub is calling.
Pot control.
If he fires here, he wins. Can he do it?
Good bet. So Slim Shady, one of the younger grinders, you know what I mean? Also, like I said, big deal.
So make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe button, hit that like button, and get us them 50 likes so that way we can go into overtime. So hit that like button and give us a shout out if you're on the stream. Give us a shout out of who you're, not only what team you're going for, Team Waco or Team Killeen, but who also your just your overall player that you're picking to win today is going to be. So right now it looks like Team Killeen is 1 and 2. And Waco's 3 and 4. So don't forget today's a team, so that the winning is a good shot. Has up top is getting countered by Kai's negative 417. So
how did they come up with this idea? Do you know?
I think they were just sitting on the stream one day, and they had a lot of Waco guys on here, and you know they start talking BS, and you know who's better than who. And Kai brought it up to me, and I thought it would be a good idea. You know, as far as. And I think we might think about doing this quarterly, you know what I mean? So maybe next time change up teams Killeen, or if Killeen wins next time, then maybe, I don't know, maybe within another team Harker Heights or something, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of good players, as you know, there's a lot of good players here at the KARD Club, so I'm sure it's not hard to assemble a team of 5 players that you'd be confident to play with.
So Kyle raising out the hijack with a pocket pair of 6s.
Look at these hands, man.
Okay, cool.
Who's raising it? Somebody gonna make it?
Yeah, Papa P's.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Right. Ace Queen.
Waco Scrub's gonna call. Kai's gonna call, and I know Bobby's gonna call. So this will be a $400 pot. Yeah. I mean, just the players that were in the hand, I knew I was gonna get to $400. They're all holding each other's cards, though, so Kai's looking pretty good right now.
Right. Until.
Bobby and Waco Scrub like that flop. Papa P firing. What's he representing here? Aces? Ace Jack?
Ace Jack.
He is the one that raised.
The nut advantage with the ace of hearts.
Yeah.
Bobby with the limp call.
See the dealer throw, I mean, it doesn't matter, but the dealer also throw in the all-in chip.
At what point do you make a move, man? What time do you stop becoming a calling station? Because here, I mean, he's taking control. I always talk about taking control of pots.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes when you become a calling station, it shows your weakness, don't you think? I mean,
yeah, but I think a lot of players.
because if it misses, then see, I mean, Big Papa P is going to win regardless, but I think Bobby might have missed his chance on that turn. I mean, if you call too many times, you know, and then you think about making a move now, then Bobby's going to call this, just thinking it's a.
Same guy.
No, not same guy.
Oh, yeah.
But another exact same night. It was so weird.
I think he should have done that on the turn. I know I know we saw the ace came on the river and it came, but I personally thought he should have done that on the turn. I mean, that's just me,
It's a stronger move on the turn.
right?
You can represent the flush. You know
Right.
what I mean?
No, you check that flush and he bet into you, and you shut it down.
I gotta hear that from the
Yeah,
fourth mouth.
they didn't make him put a chip in because he
I
acted
don't
so
know why
quick
Papa
with the
Peace
ball.
taking so long for this.
Does he really think he flopped the flush?
No way.
If you remember, Kai got him off a minute ago with the ace, when he,
Queen, yeah.
right? Is he making this call? Yeah, out there. Give me a 1 if he calls. Give me a 2 if he folds. But I don't see how he folds here.
Yeah,
There's 1.3 in the pot.
yeah, this is what you waited on.
You checked it all the way down.
And plus, like you said, these players don't know nothing about each
Exactly.
other. So this is kind of like an information call too.
But does that make sense? Bobby's play on the river? No, yeah. I mean,
Okay, Papa P, take it down.
nice hand. I mean, again, we can say if the hand's over, but I think this is where I sit back as a commentator, and I say you played before and you've been on the table. I said, what's going through your mind when hands like this happen? As you can tell, I was thinking about the whole hand before it's happening, but when you're under the lights and you see people playing, does it change it? Like, are you not thinking that far in advance, or are you just like more worried about?
Well, when you're under the lights, really, aggression is the key that I think. You know what I mean? Like, the lights are already bright, but once the pressure's on you too, and you got some of these people got subscribers on YouTube, the family's watching.
Nobody wants to get bluffed out of a hand, right?
Nobody wants to get bluffed, and sometimes you just got to think what the best move is, and usually the best move is aggression, but you want to pick the best spots to be aggressive. And I think usually the best spots to be aggressive are pre-flop, because we just seen. We had a pair of sixes. He made it with ace queen. Now, what if Bobby on the button would have 3-bet that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Does that make that play? I think that's a better play. Is just being more aggressive before you see any cards to see who really has what.
Oh no, yeah, because it was a $400 pot and he bet 100 into it.
Exactly.
So what'd you put him on the flop? You know what I mean? Like, it's $400 pot, you only bet 100. Like
I said, he navigated that with that down bet to see the turn for cheap, and then boom, the river just was.
Curtis is another strong player.
Yeah, very strong.
Damn, look
Pocket
at Waco
kings.
Scrub. What is this now? He's got aces, kings, and nines.
And the big blind, okay, sized up.
I mean, he's letting you know exactly what he has right here. Pretty easy to tell.
Yeah,
When you $350 pot lets you know.
from 40 to 130 to 350.
Yeah, I got between queens and aces. That's my, you know what I mean? What else would I raise you that much with? He's gonna Hollywood and then fold.
Yeah, he's getting out of there. Like I said, I always kind of pay attention to your stack size.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, do I really want to call a 4 for my stack with a pocket pair under 10s? So, yeah, respectable fold by Curtis, one of the very solid Waco players as well.
Just do that play like that, screwed that line.
Is it
up
100
game
last
week.
streak?
Bad beat. They're doing those last play of the game, trying to lateral.
Don't forget to hit that like button. If right now, come on down here to the card club. We got a table going, so looks like we got our first bomb pot coming up, and these bomb pots are being brought to you by Quick Cuts Landscape, and they do a commercial, residential, fencing. If you need anything cleaned up, so please reach out to them, let them know that you heard it here at the card club. So
That's legit.
every time I have guest hosts on here, Sebastian, I always ask them about their philosophy on these bomb pots, man. I know, because I'm one that I typically, as you know, Sebastian deals with me a lot. I usually like to sit them out because I think it kind of, it's fun
Yeah.
if you like to gamble. I said, but what's your philosophy as far as playing these bomb pots, as far as like betting and calling? I said, are you?
Man, well, there's different variations of bomb pots. You got the 2-board Hold'em. You got the 2-board Omaha. I seen some with the draws on them. But I think, it just got to make sense price-wise, usually. Because, once again, right here we got one board, so there's going to be one winner.
Yep.
So if I, draw into the nuts, or there's 6 people in here, and I'm, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, if it makes sense money-wise, then do it. But, calling on a pair board when it's Omaha, you know what I mean? You got to have a little bit more discipline in the bomb pots, too. So.
And these Omaha bomb pots are the ones that get big.
Yeah, it's a tricky game. But pot limit game, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, and you think about the most you can lose is 300, but you can't make up to. If you get 6-7 calls, then you can make up to $2,000 on a bomb pot.
Exactly.
There's so much action. I think these players are going to call something. I mean, this is why these bomb pots get so big, man. It's like people just call 100.
Right.
You got Slim Shady with a set of sevens.
Man, you got Kyle calling with the gut shot.
Oh, that's what he had.
Queen Chrissy with a set of threes.
Uh-oh.
That flush got there too.
See.
Nobody has it though.
Somebody has it though, but Chris is gonna represent it. Cool, in position.
And of course, Slim Shady's gonna call.
Yeah.
I think even if the
that's kind of
check goes
safe
to Slim
card.
Shady, yeah.
Check, cool.
Pocket seven, takes down
Yeah,
$600, $700 bomb pot.
yeah, that's gonna help the team score for sure.
Oh, Kyle would have hit it straight, wouldn't he?
Would he?
Yeah, I remember you
he
said,
sure
right?
would've. Yeah.
Kyle's playing a little conservative today, huh?
Yeah.
You think this team thing's getting to him, or messing with his? You want to get involved with Colleen on Colleen, or
You heard him say it. He said the flush came. You know what I mean? So he's folding because you essentially beat right there. But you know, sometimes you guys warm up, splash around, warm up a little bit. But yeah, I like what I'm seeing out of Papa P. I'm really confused on what good shot got going on. Like I said,
he's
one
been
of the,
pretty quiet. Yeah, he's very
Yeah,
aggressive,
he's
man.
one of
He's
the-
been very aggressive. I think JWIN just waiting to
JWIN soaking
get somebody
in the
trapped in there.
atmosphere.
Yeah, he's getting ready to trap somebody. There you go, Kai straddling. Getting these.
Okay, cool. That double straddle. So yeah, it's kind of quiet. And people don't want to talk to each other today. And
Yeah, usually with Kai's telling stories and jokes, and it seems like they're here to play some poker today. I mean, they play poker every night, but
yeah, it's serious today.
yeah, when you got a trophy and bragging rights at stake, man, you guys are. There we go. Hey, that's all I needed to do. Man. I mentioned JWIN, and there you go. He's raising with Ace King of Hearts.
Another double.
Hit that like button. I don't think he's got any action here, is he? Slim Shady's feeling a little loose.
Yeah, he's going to defend. Queen 9 suited.
Look at them hearts, man. Them hearts come out there, man, make it pretty dangerous.
Trouble.
Kai's gonna fire at this.
All right, Kyle takes the betting lead away. Let's see how JWIN reacts to that.
And that's what I talk about a lot. Kai likes to take control of the table and the betting at all times. You know what I mean? Which I think JWIN put him on here. Straight bluff.
Well, yeah, JWIN calling for the float and boom, gets there.
Hits the ace.
If you don't think you got a strong hand right there.
He just put him not hitting the 10 at all, huh?
Right, or it could have been a blocker bet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he was open-ended, so.
He's just gonna call here, or is he gonna raise it?
Pretty sure he's going to raise here. Start to build some value now. If you are open-ended, you know what I mean? Let's charge him.
Kai's not folding, is he?
Yeah, he's going to get out of here.
He knows JWIN's a pretty strong player, right?
Stand-up guy.
There we go. JWIN takes down. I mentioned his name. He takes down the pot. So
Yes, sir. So, and he does some poker coaching too, as you can see. So any players who want to get better.
have you ever played with him before at any tables or no?
Man, I played with him a couple times here in Killeen, a couple times at the Lodge, a couple times at Palms. You know what I mean? He's
Just a hard player to read. Just overall good player.
man, he got that demeanor where people want to beat him. You know what I mean? Like if I got something, I want to beat you, and that gets him paid a lot.
Sometimes player gets lost in worrying about beating him instead of playing your hands
Exactly.
or you're playing your hand.
So I
and you
think
get beat.
early in my career, I was caught up in that hype as well. Like, all right, I just want to beat you. I'm better than you. I can bluff you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know,
I mean, it's not a sprint, man. It's a marathon when you play poker. You know, I may get you a couple of hands, but at the end of the night, when he walks up cashing out chips, and you're sitting there walking to your car with nothing.
Man, tough walk.
Let me know out there who y'all rooting for today. Who's your player that you're taking? Good shot, man. Where you at, good shot? I need to give him a. Kai right now, there's always a horse that comes out early. You'll notice in these streams, there's always somebody that comes out hot, man. And it'll change halfway through, man. It picks up and it swaps to another player. So
Yeah,
I think right now, the Waco Scrub's been hitting everything. He's been in every hand he's hit.
it sure has. All right, Kyle flopping top pair with a mediocre kicker.
It's to take it down.
Yeah, it's gonna get there.
101. Mono.
Yeah, 7 no good. Good read, Slim Shady.
Gracias.
Yeah, as I look around the table, man, I think the only ones that haven't won a pot is Jesse, Bobby, and Curtis, right?
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, you're right.
The Waco Scrub won.
Yeah, Waco Scrub won.
Papa P won. A good pot with Bobby, against Bobby. And
You remember Good Shot won with Jack High, remember?
oh, yeah, he called it out. Yeah, you're right. So it's just Bobby and Curtis need a.
yeah. So do you think you need 5K to play in this game?
Oh, no.
You don't think so?
No. I mean, if you get, but you also got to be willing to make your, like you said, when you feel that you have to hand, you can't. Because when people have big chips, they're going to try to dominate you. And if you play poker and you think you have the better hand, and if you get it, as long as you get it in good when you think you're ahead,
Right.
I mean, the cards are going to come as they are. You know what I mean? That's my philosophy when I play poker. If I get it in, and I played it right, and you suck out on me, that's cards. There's nothing I can do about it. But when I play bad or make bad decisions, that's when I get upset, man, at myself or not.
Yeah, me too.
Like Queen Chrissy here, is she gonna raise it or she's gonna call?
All right, Chris is on the flat right here. Let's go. Good shot coming out of the small blind with the 3-bet.
I got 600 grand.
Let's see who outflops who.
And Good Shot's a guy that's known to fire out every turn. Look at this flop for him. He's gonna be firing every turn. Every street he's gonna fire out. Chrissy, he's gonna.
Small call again.
No, she
Oh,
raised
she
him.
raised, min raised. She told him to be careful.
Oh, now he really needs to be careful.
Yeah, check
Chrissy's
down.
gonna bet what 200.
Yeah, that's a good bet. Was that 150, 125?
Yes, I mean, sometimes I think you're inviting for callers, right? Especially Good Shot and Kai, people that call you with, they're.
Anything. Yeah.
Chrissy, bet again.
Using the down bet. A little thin value.
I had a pair in Harker.
Took it down.
Chrissy's running good.
Took it down.
And I'm not sure who's the person that's getting up at the halftime marker. Because team could even have to lose one. So
Did they get the pick?
yeah, I don't know if they talked about it before. I said I didn't talk to them, so I don't know. I just know they're going to swap one player, so we'll get another Waco player sitting down in place of either Bobby, Chrissy. I'm sure it's not Kai. Odds are, I bet it's not Kai, Good Shot, or JWIN if I had a guess. I mean, those are the three guys I think I'm getting off the table. You know what I mean?
I was looking at it. Maybe I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm sorry about that.
It's probably gonna be Chrissy.
28 now.
She's winning.
think?
You know what I mean? You want to reserve those
I might have
stats.
looked at the wrong number. Oh, you know what? I probably looked at the wrong stream. I was looking at an older stream. Probably. Yeah, but that's what I was thinking. Usually, that's yeah. All right, we'll get
So make sure you hit that like button. Subscribers out there also. Let's get to the over 50 so we can extend it and keep going. So I told you before, if I could, I'd fast forward this stream all the way up to the last 30 minutes because I'm telling you that's when the pots come out. I mean, the pots are big now, but I've noticed towards the end of the night, last 30, 45 minutes, players start making moves that they wouldn't make.
you guys can chop up this $1.
King Kai, he didn't look at his cards, or he did?
I think so. They're going blind on blind. And it gets the squeeze.
I just
through.
wanted to feel how it feels to win the hand, man. Sometimes you just want to stack up some chips, even if it's only $3.
Yep. Took it down. Orlando in the box, doing his thing.
All right, so now I'm going to put you on the spot, man. Who are your top 5 players if you had to pick them? In no particular order. You can rank them if you want. I rank mine. You don't have to rank yours. But if you had to you've been playing poker for a while here, and you know the players, you know everybody. So if you had to pick your top 5 that you could sit down at the table and say you can make a team Harker Heights, or just you can use the same players on here, but if you had to make a team of 5, who would be on there?
Man,
It ain't gonna be in order. Just
let me
What
think
you
of my
think?
top
All right,
5 right
think-
now.
all right.
Think of my top 5.
looks like we got Curtis with a straddle of 20.
Okay, Curtis opening up. Uh-oh.
Damn, what do you feel about this move? Again, JWIN's a very
Well,
calculating player. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He does things for a reason. He's not. I mean, in that position, I guarantee you, 99.9% of the people would have raised it to 75. Don't you think? Especially with a straddle of 20. Don't you think they would have made it at least 75? I mean, that.
Yeah, but I know
Right?
JWIN is the table dynamic is hyper aggressive.
So he's thinking that it's gonna get raised before it gets to me.
Exactly. You know, especially when you got Kai in the blinds, Chrissy in the blinds. Who's on the button right now?
I think it was
Slim
Chrissy.
Shady.
Yeah, Slim Shady.
Right. So usually,
Hey, look, there it is. I mean, this is how you win what $200 or
Exactly.
$103 without seeing the card.
okay. What does Slim Shady think? Well, let the floors go.
The Lions and the Packers are the only thing showing not winning. Lions plus
And again, this goes to, like, as you were saying, you know, reading the table and knowing what players are on the table. You know, the odds of somebody raising is pretty high on these tables. I mean, especially when somebody straddles, somebody's going to be raising.
For sure. Well, one person I'm taking for sure, my top 5, I'm taking Harry.
Harry?
I'm taking Harry.
Oh, I don't know if any of y'all know. Y'all have seen, I think we've seen Harry here a couple of times. Probably about 2 or 3 times he's on the stream. I think we saw him probably right here 3 weeks ago. So there's the first one on the block for
Yes.
Sebastian Harry.
Put Smokey Harry on there.
Smokey Harry.
He's nice. He can navigate through flops, and he plays here, you know, every day and just about wins. I like Harry's game.
I think one of the biggest suits for Harry, man, is knowing when to fold, man. He has a
Yeah.
tendency to read players, and you know, a lot of players do call off a lot of chips, but Harry seems to be one that knows when to. He's not scared to lay it down. Even if he's thrown $75 in there and you put him in for 300, if he thinks he's beat, he's laying it down. He has no problem.
And he don't tank.
No,
you know what I
yes,
mean?
yeah.
He just knows. Probably be getting aggressive with the ace queen right here.
He had it again earlier, and he got paid off against Bobby. Kai's calling in suited connectors.
Lincoln with the suited connectors. But once again, if he's Papa P's again raising to 60, if I'm on the button, I'm thinking, what does he keep raising with?
Yeah, look at this. What a flop for Kai.
Up and down, JWIN.
Yeah, I told Coach I give him 35.
Kai's gonna bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
35 and nobody wanted it.
23 points.
What was the final?
Second
How
goal.
much did they win by?
61-2. At halftime, it was
Oh,
only
get the ace queen out of there.
7 or something. I thought it was a pretty good game.
Cool. JWIN just seems to catch the cards he needs, doesn't he? He just hit an ace on the turn, and now he hits a queen on the turn.
Yep.
Check goes to JWIN.
Yeah.
You think he's sizing up here? Overbetting?
Who, JWIN? No, I guess he's trying to see what he can get from Kai, but what do you think, 150 maybe?
Okay, went for the value. Got a call.
What did he bet? Oh, 160, yeah. Put him, make it at 150, yeah. Yeah, he was just thinking about what's the number to get Kai to call without, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think they're, well, I don't know. Like I said, if you go small and he goes over, you still think you're good?
Yeah.
Or if you go over, making it look like you
I
missed a
think,
flush draw?
yeah, I think he was making it enough to where if Kai bet a lot, he can get out, but if it's still going to be a decent amount for you not to re-raise him, you know what I mean? Unless,
Right.
you know, because he might open the door. If he makes it a light bet, Kai opens the door for Kai. Look at JWIN.
Yeah, just like that. What, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Catching them on the turn.
We
And
got, what, three of the top 5 green leaderboard winners are Team Waco, but as you see, King Kai is holding down Team Colleen, so all the winnings JWIN's got. Kai's soaking them up. He's soaking up what Chrissy and him have won. So I think right now, if you did the math, I think Colleen as a team is up maybe $100 compared to Waco being up all the rest. So
we need Bobby B to hop in
Bobby,
there.
yeah.
More than 2 hours.
Hey, but you know also what I've noticed is a lot of players play differently on the stream than they do if they're playing out in the lobby area. I mean, and I know you played on there. Did you change your game up or no? I said, and if you did, why? Because I mean, what is it? You just don't want people to. I mean, I know we all play crazy cards. We all have our favorite hands that we play. That mine's 8-9.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to admit it. I'll play it. I mean, I'll play it for $50, $60. I mean, most people would be like, you're done for playing that. But I just feel something about that hand. But what do you think that it is when people come over and try to change their game, and sometimes it doesn't work out in their favor?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, me personally, one of the things that I do off the stream is I engage with table talking more. Especially if it's just me and you. Or,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Just heads up. When I'm on the stream, I don't do that a lot.
And I noticed that Kai does that a lot. Kai's good at table talk. He gets a lot of. You get a lot of action from the table talk. When you can get a read on people.
Yeah, definitely. Slim Shady out here flopping top pair right now.
Good shot to type of pair that won't lay this stuff down.
Yeah. Top pair in position. 150.
He's got to get off of this, isn't he?
He might call. So third. Calling for 2 pair, calling for another 8.
Yeah, but he don't see that ace, not knowing to him.
No, it does not.
That ace comes, it's trouble. So he's really looking for 3 outers.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't know that, but Slim Shady's not going anywhere if he gets re-raised.
Nah, Slim Shady's sailing to Value Town right now.
730. What does he make? What? 200, 250,
240.
240. Oh, he's going half the pot.
Oh.
Yeah, a little bit more than half the pot. He's going 3/4 of the pot, 450.
I think that's too much.
Was he making this like a bluff bet? Like a bluff bet?
I mean, you're targeting good shot. If you're thinking, what is he calling with? Which could be a flush.
Yeah, just get him out.
Yeah, just get him out of there. Well, if you thought he had a jack or a weaker queen, you know what I mean, you're going to go a little bit lower. Cool.
Team Waco seems to be making all the right moves.
Yeah, that's what I like about the Team Waco and the Waco players. It seemed like they read a book or studied you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's like they're making all the right calls, all the right folds, pre-flop raises. You know what I mean? Big Papa, what he got in hand with Bobby and played it perfectly. I mean, he made that good call.
Right.
That river, I mean, Waco Scrub, I don't think he's lost a hand he's been in.
Right.
Same Shady hasn't lost a hand, and Curtis just hasn't got cards yet, so.
Yeah, Curtis just hasn't got cards, that's all. Yeah, like I said, but like you see, good shot calling with bottom pair, Kai kind of calling with the suited connectors and floating around. You know, that's the thing.
And look at this, we got a straddle opening up.
Oh, man.
What is that, 160? Chrissy don't feel like gambling? Come on, Chrissy. Come on, Chrissy, one time. One time, here we go. 160 to the table. Kai's hoping he wakes up with ace kings or ace queen because he'll make a move here.
Yeah, he's going to shove.
Don't forget, hit that like button right now and subscribe to get it up to 50 so we can go into overtime. So let's make this pot. I bet this pot goes over $1,000. What do you think?
What are we looking at? Tough there for Curtis. Ooh, JWIN folding king 10 there.
You think Kai's reputation is why JWIN folded there? Knowing that Kai's knowing to re-raise. Like if you're not ready to.
Yeah, possibly. And king 10 is really not the best hand ever neither. You know what I mean? So you don't want to be defending that for 160 with 3-4 people behind you.
Good shot making a move, man.
You only raised 80, so it is enough.
Okay. Try to raise, wasn't enough. Committed to the call now.
So this may get Slim Shady in there, don't you think?
Weak ace, another 80. Stand up guy.
I mean, I got my own philosophy about playing ace weak. Anything between ace 8 and below. See, there it is. See?
There it is king kings for King Kai in the straddle.
Kai makes it. Kai was just hoping somebody would have re-straddled it for him.
Oh, man. How good can you run to do that?
Kai was just hoping somebody else had cards or good hands.
When do you ever limp there? Do you ever limp there? Kings in the straddle?
You can't.
Can't?
Quick cuts by landscaping. I mean, Quick Cuts Landscape is they're bringing all the bomb pots today. So there, as you can see on the screen, it's 2x4, 295, 6988. So if you need anything on there taken care of, please reach out to them and let them know you heard it here at the KARD Club. So if you're interested in being a sponsor of these bomb pots, just get in contact with us here at the KARD Club and we'll fill you on the information. So
Cool.
what do you like playing, Omaha bomb pots or regular bomb pots?
Man, you know what? I like Omaha. You know, you get more variations of different cars, you know, because once you get 2.5 and you just look at them 2 cars and you don't connect with anything,
You already know you're
just
dead.
Like, man, this sucks. So, you know, Omaha's a good little.
But I guess Omaha's also where you can get your souls crushed, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. Like I said, you just got to be able to navigate. Like I said, there's no pre-flop action here, so you already get like a free pass, but just make sure, you know, am I really drawn to the nuts or, you know, is this a bad time?
So I think so far for the quick night, who's been Team Waco's got the early advantage, don't you think, as far as outplaying Team Killeen? You know, I like to be honest with the stream and with our KARD Club viewers. Man, you know, even though I am a KARD Club member and I'm here from Killeen, I'm sure they're seeing what I'm seeing. I think right now, don't you think, Waco's?
Yeah, Waco's holding it down right now.
Night's still early.
Like I said, you got one of your big hitters, Kai, at the bottom.
Look at this, man. Waco Scrub flopping quads.
Oh, no.
This is a dream bomb pot, ain't it?
Well,
You want everybody to hit everything, right? You want everybody he wanted everybody in the hand in this one.
and Bobby let out. That's another thing here. Oh, he's first to act.
He's hoping Bobby hits this king or Chrissy hits any card. So he's making at least what?
Chrissy has kings, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But even if they're, I mean,
That was probably the best thing I did all
it's
week.
crazy.
They both got kings called. That's terrible.
Regular Red Bull.
What a flop, man.
Yeah, you got to think you beat now.
But it's only 100 again.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of this. Just quads.
Waco Scrub continues to run hot, man. Dang.
Damn.
I bet that's the easiest $1,000 he's ever made.
Very easy.
Flop quads and you're just hoping you get more people in the pot.
Hey, why you betting with pocket kings? Losing my team money.
Exactly. You hear what he said?
What's that?
Betting with pocket kings and losing
Yeah.
team money is like, sometimes just a single pair in an Omaha game is not good. Because you losing to any jack blank.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So just one pair is usually not that strong in Omaha. Once again, that might be the edge too, is these Waco players are more involved in Omaha
Yeah, then,
than what we do here. We really don't have a good Omaha game here.
Yeah, here it's all 1-2. It's all 1-2. All the tables are 1-2. But it caters to our population here and players that like to play 1-2. So
Yeah, for
as
sure.
we were saying earlier, it's $50. So you can come in with $100, sit down and play, and just watch these games. So come on out. We got all the games going on.
Yeah, they got a full table over there right now.
Yeah, and they got
That's
a
another stream.
gorillas going. So please, and as y'all know, mentioned before, once this stream is over, I said the money stays because the players just roll over and start playing. So this money's not getting out of the KARD Club. So come on down and join us. Get some of this action.
I'm taking Harry. I'm taking John Parks.
Okay, that's 2. Just so you know, neither one of them 2 are in my top 5.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's good to see Sebastian's point of view because I said he's dealt to these players a lot more. I've only played with him, so he's been around a lot of these players more than I have as far as not only dealing but playing with them. So
Yeah.
he's probably seen them 20 more times compared to what I can relate to. I'm just going off what I've seen and who I've played with. But so far we're 0 for 2, Sebastian.
Okay.
But those 2 are 2 strong players, though.
All right. So Slim Shady with the open ender. Bobby with top pair finally. I would hate for this to get ugly for him.
Yeah, Bobby needs to make some 110. Cheap enough for him to stay around.
Yeah, he's gonna stay.
Bobby.
Once again, I think this has that moniker in it.
Bobby,
Like, I want
if
to
that
beat
10
Bobby.
comes, if that 10 comes, oh,
10 comes.
hey, I
Oh
can't
my
call it,
gosh.
right? That's what I'm saying. If that 10 comes, it's going to get dirty.
That's
Because,
the gin card.
I mean, what do you do here? Sometimes when you feel like you're running bad, like, do you feel like whatever card I need to beat me is going to come out? Do you have that philosophy? Or do you think that way? I think if you think negative is going to come, it happens. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's me being superstition or something, but is he putting a raise in here with them spades out there?
He's definitely putting a raise in here.
2 cents. Was he gonna make it 600?
He might make it 7.
Bobby's not laying this down anyway.
Exactly.
I bet he.
725.
Yeah, Sebastian, I think we're pretty good commentators, don't you think?
625.
He's putting on there what he's betting. And do you see having you played and you dealt? Do you see any, sitting back here from the commentators? What are you getting?
Oh man, this is way better. I love this.
What are you
right
seeing,
here.
man? What do you? That lets you get into players' heads, don't you think? Or it makes you think like, what are they thinking?
Yeah, it gives you a better insight of what they're really thinking about.
Or what they don't see. Did he say all in? So he's got to make it. What? He's gonna make it to what, 12, 1300?
No, I think he just called.
Oh, I thought.
But he did say something.
Oh, he raises 725.
Speaking of all in.
Yeah, what is it? 1.8. What's he gonna make it? 1,000?
No, he might try it. He
Why
might
not?
ship it on him.
This would be the move to do it. The pot's 1.8, so I'll say he's making 1,000. And Bobby, like I said, Bobby's just doing just a call. Bobby doesn't raise you, so I think that's what he's not scared of.
But Bobby never sees the straight here.
Yeah,
either.
but also Bobby never raises. What I've noticed about playing with Bobby.
Yeah.
And look, as I say that, he's grabbing chips to raise them with.
No, he's gonna call.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an ugly call. Wait a minute.
Them Shady's just over there. You can't get them chips out fast enough.
It looked like a raise. Oh, wait a minute.
It's 11.
Shake your head.
Ooh, I wanted that queen jack right there, Bobby.
Sorry, Bobby. I said that 10 comes out.
Do you think he calls the all in? I don't think he calls top.
No, he's not folding. He's calling. If he goes all in, Bobby calls.
It's weird rooting for Garrison, right?
Oh man.
I guess my question there is, was it race pre-flop? Were you paying attention? I mean, we were talking and I was looking over, but I didn't see. But again, I've noticed that some of these players, this is what I think, Sebastian. When you got premium hands, Ace 10 may consider a premium hand, but when you got hands like that, and you let people limp in with hands like Slim Shady, I said sometimes you're asking for it. You know what I mean? Like and then when he gets re-raised there, what does Bobby put him on?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Once you call that raise. And you don't re-raise, because sometimes that's how you can find out where you are too.
Yeah, but he re-raised them. So what do you think he put him on?
It's hard to say.
Ace 10, same 2 pairs him, or?
It's hard to say. I have no idea. You never put him on what he had though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But what would you have put him on? I mean, I know for us it's easy because we're reading this, but
if I was Bobby right there and I turned top,
and you bet and you get re-raised, what do you?
I bet and I get re-raised. I'm treading lightly. I don't know. The 10 comes, it could be open-ended
just a
with a
calling
flush.
station after that, right? Because you're at the mercy of what he does on the river. You can't raise him. And he did the right thing by just calling. You can't.
Yeah, the king looked pretty clean on the river. So yeah, that's just one of those hands. Curtis, Queen 10.
Talk them into it.
Chrissy with them 4s. Is she calling it?
Ace Queen.
Guy with 9-6.
See, I would like to see that Ace Queen bump it up right there. Because now we're going 4 ways, and you're first to act. How comfortable are you?
Good con, man.
Ooh, wee.
He's gonna make. I mean, Chris. I think Curtis is making a move here. He's betting something.
Yeah, Kurt. Yeah, his image is tight.
Did he make it 500? Is that an orange chip? Or 300? Kai's smooth calling here, right? Kai's gonna Hollywood it for a little bit and call.
Uh-oh. Brought the raise out. But see, that's kind of a little reverse psychology. Because like you said, anybody with a 6 would usually call.
Yep.
But luckily, Curtis
Well,
doesn't have any.
what about the diamonds, though?
Yeah.
You don't want to see the diamonds, right?
Right. Shows 9, little deception. Curtis hasn't really played any hands, you know what I mean? So it's just unfortunate. Good flop by Kyle, way to navigate.
And that bet by Curtis, I think it's a nice bet because he quickly finds out where he's at.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? The bet's not too small to find out where you're at, but it's big enough to scare people off. Because, sometimes people have a tendency, and I don't think they understand that as far as betting. Like you bet $25, $30, you're kind of showing weakness without telling somebody you're weak.
For sure.
Please hit that like button. Let me know who you got out there.
Man, Slim Shady just went bananas.
Yeah, Team Waco's running strong, Gwen. Oh yeah, Slim Shady's a very calculating player. Like I said earlier, he's one of the Sebastian said earlier, up and coming poker players around here, along with JWIN. You notice JWIN's with 2 for 2 in hands. I mean, he's
being very patient. You know, doing his thing. Like I said, I like Slim Shady, Triple G, because like I said, he's one of the younger players at the table. So his upside is, you know, being this good, this young, go pretty far.
There won't be much action in this one, I don't think. What do you think? I mean, it's not even worth trying to,
Well, like I said, power of the button.
First one to bet wins, right?
Yep.
So Waco Scrub is undefeated in hands. I mean,
Very nice.
hit that like button. Let's get it up to 50 so we can go into overtime. If you're a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. Share this stream. Come on down to the KARD Club. It's $10 to get in, $10 an hour, rake free.
Rake free.
You won't find a better 1-2 game. You know, if you're here in the Cove, Harker Heights.
So what do you think is an acceptable VPIP in a game of this stature?
I mean, I didn't even look at the screen, but I guarantee you King Kai's at the top. I mean, King Kai always seems to be at the top, and I don't even have to ask. So if you were to ask me, I said, but was Jesse? You know what? I don't even have to guess. We try looking at this. I mean, doesn't seem like good shots usually up at the top. But I mean, acceptable VPIP, I'd say anywhere around what? 50%, maybe 40 to 50. I mean,
I think 50's too much. I think
50's too much.
I think about, if we're playing 9-handed, I think about 30%. So out of the 9 hands you see, you want to play about 3.
3 hands.
You
So
know
one
what I mean?
out of every 3 hands you're playing.
Yeah, 1 out of every 3 hands. Because you're playing
You
4 or
don't
5
take
hands
1
out of
or
9.
9.
You know, you kind of loose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta wait.
But I mean, that tends to happen in one of these kind of games where it's 1-2, and they you know, the chip. Look at their chip stacks, what they're sitting with. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
Kyle called $20 without looking at his cards.
Yeah, definitely. And
You know what I
straddle.
mean? So
Major straddle.
yeah. So look at these hands. $100, and we're gonna get what, $600 with Queen 6, Pocket 8, 7, 6, Queen 9, 8, 3. I mean, where else can you get this kind of action?
Man, you better come to Central Texas.
And everybody hits a little bit of this, don't they?
Man.
Look at Bobby. Flush draw. Kai. Gut shot. Chrissy, 2 pair. Slim Shady on a gut shot. Everybody hit this flop, man. $600 and everybody hits this. Kai lets it go.
And that's the thing when you're playing, you can never think when he calls and she calls and I call. You like,
That we
we
all
all
hit.
hit this? Right.
And then look at Bobby.
Uh-oh.
She says, "Are you ready?" He goes,
Now he has 2 pair too? Oh my gosh.
Now this is where I fire if I'm Bobby. What's the pot? The pot is, and this is where I think sometimes Bobby. There we go.
What'd he
Thank
say?
you. He said all in. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Bobby. I'd like to give a round of applause for Mr. Bobby because I talked to him the other day on the stream. I said sometimes I think he is too not aggressive enough, and he told me he was gonna change that up, and I'd like to see that play there. Do you like that play there, Sebastian?
I kind of think that's overkill. Because
But you think about Sebastian, there's 2. What another spade comes out? Then what?
yeah, true.
You think your eight is good? I mean, the pots are over $1,000. So you think that? I'm happy to take down a $1,000 pot, aren't you?
Yeah, you
With
are.
8-3 especially, right? What are you doing
Oh,
in the hand
yeah.
with 8-3 for $100
Yeah, true.
pre-flop? So I mean, that's sometimes I'd like to take the pot down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, where it's at. Because sometimes you try to slow play it too much. Another spade comes out there and he can get bluffed off, don't you think?
Yeah, but nobody's ever calling with worse, as
No.
you see.
Yeah.
But like you said, you're in a good spot.
Pot's
You can tell he
$1,000.
already processed. If my spade comes, this is what I'm going to
Yeah.
do. So
Because as you mentioned, Chrissy flopped 2 pair, he turned 2 pairs. I mean, that card gave everybody exactly what they were looking for. So
I think he missed out on another 1,000. But like you said, you just
think?
lose 2,000, you get 1,000 back. You know, you get your morale back.
Yeah.
So
I'd rather take down 1,000 than try to go to the river, because if a river comes and like 9 comes or something, he never sees Chrissy's boat, and then what?
yeah, you never see the boat.
Start pulling him up, get past the knee, get to the side, and struggling.
You never see that ball.
Get in knees, sit in, you won't.
But once again, being in position, though. You know
Oh
what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
He was last to act, so even if you do, men click it.
When you hear about the couple, they've been
just hope for the
married
best.
for a long time. Sex top time.
Just pick your spots,
She decides
basically.
she's gonna go out and spice things up, get some sexy crotchless panties and lingerie and stuff. Husband been home been at work all day.
All right, so we got to raise out as a small
Walks in the
blind.
bedroom, lights are turned out, and she's sitting over in the chair with the crotchless panties just spread wide open. She goes, "You want some
Slim
of this?"
Shady with
He
Ace
goes,
King.
Making it
"Well, hell no, look what
55.
they did to them panties."
King Kai's gonna try to play blind and not show us what he's got. Said he'll do that every now and then to keep the audience suspense. There it is. Well, he shows. Look at all the spades.
See, I'm letting King 10 go. Use some tabletop.
Kai told him what he had. Think it'll work?
Check, check,
I
check.
mean, Chris, he open-ended.
Yep. 9-2, but okay. Bobby's committing to these hands now. Uh-oh.
You gotta fire again here if you're Bobby, don't you? You can't check. No.
Well, I think you can check there. Like I said, you got a 9-2. You know what I mean? So,
But on that turn, you check.
yeah.
Even though Chrissy checked in front of you.
Just keep it controlled. Because, like I said, the bigger it get, maybe she might want to make a move on me or something. I only got 9. You know what I mean? So let's just keep it controlled. Take another 100, 200.
Mr. Bobby getting back some of his money that he lost in that pot to Slim Shady, right? What he lost almost 1.5.
Yeah, he lost.
So what he called? What did he call? $1,100, $1,200 on the river, and then he had called with the $400 before that. So
He probably lost close to 2.5.
Were they 4 for the first half?
yeah, 'cause that was a good hand.
Okay, we can see the top 2 of the 3 Waco players are the most aggressive players here.
Hit that like button. Let's get this stream extended to the extra 30 minutes of overtime. Good Shot's been pretty quiet tonight.
Man, that's one of my favorite players on the stream.
Yeah, he's an action player. You know what I mean? That, when you see him, Kai, you know, there's certain players that when you see on the stream, you like that because you know there's going to be action. He just seems to not be in the groove yet.
Uh-oh.
Kai starting to make a little comeback.
Yeah, that comeback. Bobby playing about 3-4 straight hands, no matter what he has.
He was checking to see maybe he's on fire. He did a heat check.
Yeah, he checked.
Yeah, I know last time we were here, we saw Kai get Orlando, his favorite dealer. He got tabled pretty quick, or within 4 or 5. You know, he talked about it. Do you believe in that saying that, you know, you being a dealer and you playing to say, there's certain dealers that are just good for you, man? Like, you know, is there? I know we all say that and we don't. I personally do. There's certain dealers that I know that I when they come to the table,
Yeah.
just go ahead and stand outside. That as a dealer, how do you feel when you sit down at the table when you know you got 3 or 4 players that just like, oh, here comes this
Man,
dealer.
here
He's about to
comes-
wreck me. Yeah.
Here it comes. Well, you know, from my point, and my theory in the game is it's a long-term game. You know what I mean? If you sit down and play hands over and over and over, of course you're going to get bad hands. Of course you're going to get beat. Of course you're going to get good hands. But I think the key to poker is you're only going to get so many good hands. So you need to make the most money you can when you get your good hands.
And it's a good thing you brought up because I think they've heard it here over and over. I had so many players talk to me. Oh, my number one thing is you have to maximize the value of your hands.
You have to.
Because you may, like you said, you may only get 3 or 4 hands in an hour, but if you misplay them or don't get the max value out of them hands, I said you might have just lost $500-600, the money that you would have made that hour.
Exactly. Yep.
And like you said, a lot of it comes to, like you're saying, pre-flop raises and stuff that get you money in the pot. You know,
Exactly.
sometimes you got to create them pots. Look at this King Kai flopping on a gut shot,
You got a gut shot.
looking for that jack. Waco Scrubs jack.
Floating with king high. Okay, get out of there.
60.
Oh.
Hey, you call the flop, don't want to call the turn.
Yeah, Waco scrub just didn't smell right?
Yeah, why didn't he want to call the turn? I wonder.
Oh, that's a tell. Okay.
But I don't believe
Slow down.
in dealers being bad, and I don't believe in changing the deck.
No.
You know, those are just two things. I mean, psychologically for players that'll help them.
Yeah.
But in reality, you've been playing for 100 hours this week. It's just going to happen.
It's just gonna. You're gonna run bad. You're gonna catch bad cards. You know what I mean? Or sometimes you, like you were saying, Bobby was trying to see if he was hot. You run 3 or 4 in a row.
Exactly.
You know, you call with hands you might not call with, but
Yeah, but for the most part, places I've dealt, places I've played, a lot of people, they respect them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Great tippers.
Oh, I thought we were doing.
A lot of them have
The button moved.
good knowledge of the game.
They say anything they're gonna do.
But yeah, never blame the dealer. Never ask for a deck change. If you lose a hand, just good hand, and that's that.
What I've noticed is there were guards inside and out, and there was significantly more guards inside. And the guards look a lot better. Like they were strapped up and were bulletproof up.
The main thing though is if I was gonna rob someone, I would do it in the parking lot. You know what I mean? Because there's no guards out there like walking through or just
Right.
the ace-7's coming out. So I got a philosophy about playing ace, and I call it ace rag, but
Yeah, but not.
I think we all know from the stream it's almost better if you hit your 7 than your ace, because if that ace comes out, you get in trouble. So Bobby hits his 7, JWIN hit that 10.
I would think the guards you should have. They're gonna guard you. They're gonna come inside and walk. They did. They got a picture of. Yeah, but if you have, there's no reason to have 6 guards inside of it because they're not gonna come inside to rob them. And if they do, and the guards are outside, they're stuck inside. Yeah. So if you have 10 guards like they do, 4 of them off the parking lot, and then they go to the other.
Queen of diamonds. No, I think we'll check, and JWIN will show us 10. Team JWIN, I think he might be 3 for 3 or 4 for 4. I mean, he's just making all the right calls at the right time. So I guess that's why he's a poker coach. You know, he just the reason he wears that patch. So.
Round Rock Police Department. Yeah.
JWIN.
The thing is, like,
JWIN just took down another hand. I think it's 4 for 4 now. So.
Yeah, he's nice.
And there's a reason why he's a poker coach, right?
Yeah, that's why.
Bomb Pop brought to you by Quick Cuts Landscaping. Mentioned earlier, if you need your landscaping done, commercial, residential, privacy fences put up, or stuff hauled away, reach out to them. So let them know you heard it here at the KARD Club.
Yeah. Another thing I like about being in the booth is seeing the chats. I've seen a lot of people in the chat and everything, so that's legit.
Yeah, let you see what they're thinking. I like to get their comments as far as what they think with some of these plays, because I know for us, like I said, we see their whole card, so it's easy for us to be like, oh, you should have called, you should have folded. But as I mentioned earlier to some of the people in the chat, it's a lot different when you're sitting here as a commentator watching the cards, or when you're sitting underneath the lights and they put you to the pressure to call for $1,000 and you got a jack high flush. You know, it's from here we can yell at you to call it. You know what I mean? But it's different from, you know. What goes through your mind when you're sitting there at the table and you get pushed to the? Are you thinking about what people are thinking at home, or is it just you're zoned in on poker? And give me the honest truth, because I tend to think that a lot of people, what's happening at home and watching does beat into what you're thinking, even though it may not, but I think it does. And let me know what do you think?
I mean, my honest truth is, when you put to the test for all your chips, you just really think about every hand out there, especially the ones that beat you.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't have the nuts, like you just got 2 pairs, you see the straight, you see the flush, you see the bigger 2 pair, you know, you're like, man, am I really beat or am I really getting bluffed?
Yeah.
And then that's when you got to make up your mind, like, okay, I think I'm beat here, or no, this player has been acting crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a hero call.
So a lot of times you paying the player at that time.
Yeah, you just want to, for the most part.
Because there are certain players that you were saying that, you know, when they bet, they, you know, you might be behind. Like you mentioned Harry earlier. Mm-hmm. You know, he's one of the players, when he gets it in, you might be behind if you get you all in.
Yeah. Chrissy gets here for 300 with those diamonds.
Yeah. Again, these bomb pots, Chrissy's been doing nice on these bomb pots. And
turn it up.
you know, you go to other places, Sebastian, and you see where it has bomb pots are uncapped. What you're thinking here about here? You know, you like the $100 cap, and I tend to like it because you know it won't break the table. But you know, look at this Slim Shady, and as you were saying, most of those chips are from Mr. Bobby, who's down
Yep.
1.8. King Kai slowly making a steady come up.
That's what he does. Chrissy on the backside kind of went under.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd use it. Like, there would
But
be
yeah,
things
I like the theory behind capping the bomb box, and that, you know, if you've been to different clubs, at one point they were unlimited. Now they're kind of getting back to the
Cap, yeah. 'cause
we don't want to kill the game.
Yeah, it'll break a table real
Yeah,
quick.
break
You
the
know what I
table
mean?
real quick. So, Papa P keeping his image clean, limping with the Kings.
It's in tens. Again, is he thinking that same thing JWIN's thinking, that such an aggressive table that, you know?
Yeah, at the +1 position, you're just hoping that once again straddle going on and
Oh, there's that ace. Well, they're all looking for a 1-out ace because they all got that ace.
But that's got to be one of the worst feelings though.
Yeah.
When you limping, nobody.
Nobody raises, you get 6 callers.
You're like, man, what? You hoping for one card only?
It could be a dangerous flop, but
Respectable flop though.
I think Curtis is going in. He's not going anywhere. Neither's King Kai. Look at King Kai with that flush.
So are you looking to build a pot here, or are you just looking to win?
If you're on my pocket kings,
Yeah.
I'm looking to win. I mean, I already messed up on the flop,
Exactly.
pre-flop, you know what I mean? But then also it goes into a slot that I didn't play my cards right pre-flop. So
Anything
how much
can
do I want to lose? You know, like exactly here. So he may get out cheap because you know King Kai calls a lot of cards. So this may actually be a good card for him or bad because Kai's raising him here.
I would like to see a check there.
What is it, 160?
good enough in case ever again.
I like a min raise.
Yeah. Same with bars too. Yeah.
Close 140.
Of course he's calling.
Where's the line though between like self-accountability and venue?
There's no self-accountability more than
Yeah, I mean,
No.
it happens a lot with younger
Right,
people.
this might be the pot where
They
Kai
got
get some
fake,
get back.
nobody's robbing, and the parents usually go after the bar big time.
Yeah, yeah.
Pocket king. You know, as you mentioned earlier, pocket kings. Oh, Kai didn't bet that. What scared him off?
I don't know.
His flush is too small,
We need
I
about
have no
10 more
idea.
of those and having the right
Definitely betting something.
right?
But regardless, took it down. Moving on next hand. Yeah, he probably left what 250, 300.
Easy. I think pocket kings got out pretty cheap, don't you think?
Yeah, pretty cheap. Do you think Kings are ever folding?
No. And even Kai bets out 150 on the river. You know,
Yeah,
we saw him call earlier. What was it? 300 to Bobby with ace queen with nothing. He had nothing.
Yeah, he floated the whole way.
Yeah. And he called him on the river with nothing. So
Once again, maybe his image is working in his favor. You know what I mean? Papa P's always been pretty
yeah, he's
stand
had,
up.
when the
don't
times he flipped over his hands, he had monster hands. So
Yeah.
he, you know what I mean. So I think that Kai took that in consideration when he called his raise.
Day I left there, it was probably like 2 in the morning. Last time I played in the main event.
Yep.
It was a car.
I guess maybe if he had the nut flush, you may bet there. But you know,
Yeah, definitely. You better.
if you bet, if he comes over the top and you bet, what do you do then with 9 high? It's again with a 9 high flush.
Once again, you better choose your instincts.
I'm keep my eye on him, he's walking around, and then when the car.
Curtis has been pretty quiet today.
Very. Until.
There we go. I just gotta mention it, and he wakes up.
It's like the third time you did that.
Yeah, let's see if it works for him. JWIN, it worked for JWIN.
Yeah. Very unfortunate thing, but you know, people are people.
Going heads up.
If someone's trying to rob you or do something dumb, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
The thing I noticed about Good Shot is he likes to float a lot.
Yeah, he does. Third bet. Look,
There we go. I mean,
Green Bay of
said player
week 1 is back.
dependent.
Yep.
Or did he raise?
Oh, is it just 3 levels?
yeah, because you think about it, he raised pre-flop, and do you really put Curtis on any of this hand?
No, you don't.
And just because he's calling it, you really don't put him on it now, right?
But
You don't put on any of this. He didn't re-raise you.
once he calls, you're kind of concerned. But good
But
shot.
he would have re-raised you though, right? If he had a nice hand on that flop.
Shoot, not if
He raised pre-flop, and I mean, now that 5 comes out, he's gonna find out where he's at real quick.
I think Curtis might make a move here.
No, this is what I've noticed about Good Shot. He's quick to fire. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Good Shot's a guy that's not scared to bet every street, regardless he's behind. If you notice there, you know,
Yeah.
He thought that did Curtis raise any of that right there?
I think he made up in his mind he was going to
Yeah,
navigate
yeah.
that before.
Like you were saying earlier when you were talking about it, you know, when you made up your mind that you're gonna get it in. I think he made up his mind that's
Like he said, I can beat this guy.
yeah. Now I'm playing you. I'm not. I mean, I'm not really playing the cards. I want to play you, and we'll see how.
No, it doesn't. It definitely does not.
Team Colleen,
And you only have
top.
one player left.
He's got 4 of their man. 4/5 of their team are in the red.
4/5 called a substitute right now.
Need a timeout or something.
Time out.
Not sure what's going on with Team Colleen, but they got about 2 hours. So hit that like button and give them an extra 30 minutes so we can get it fired up. Hit that like button, subscribe.
Please put in the chat who's your best Colleen player.
Yeah, who those of
may
you in the
need 'em.
chat, who's the best player you've played against? You know, Sebastian's already given me 2 of his top 5, so he's giving me 40%. So he's got 60% to give me. Let me know who his other 3 are.
Yeah, I'm still working. I'm trying to think.
I'll give you one of mine.
All right, yeah.
One of
Help
mine
me
was
out.
King Kai.
Yeah, I'm gonna put King Kai in there too.
Yep, King Kai and Jesse,
That's an honorable.
and good
mention.
shot. So those are my 2. So you got 2. Now you got 3. All right.
All right, cool. I got 3.
And I took JWIN also.
JWIN, yeah, very solid.
You know what I mean? So those are the 3.
Solidified.
I got 3 so far. Those are my 3. That's what I got 3. And you got King Kai, Harry, and John Park.
Yeah, John Park's my guy.
Yep.
Oh, he's only 4'11", so. Oh, okay. On 4th down? Oh, yeah.
Mr. Bobby's getting some hands, but you know
You got to loose the fin under the gun.
the problem with Mr. Bobby, since I've noticed, is he will not continuation, but he doesn't hit that flop, which kind of gets his hands away.
Really?
So yeah, so if you notice when he raises pre-flop, and let's see, oh, a good example right here. Let's see this. Watch.
Okay, let's see it.
There you go, Mr. Bobby. Prove me wrong.
Yep, threw the 55 out. Seeing where he's at.
Good shots on that flush draw. He's not going anywhere.
Hope that King of Club don't call. Oh,
Bobby said so did he, but he didn't need a hit.
yeah, got there. That hand went pretty quick.
Yeah. I think sometimes when you get in hands with certain players, man, you know it's not worth for you to get your money in there. You know, Bob, sometimes people that call you, unless you hit something good, it's not worth for me to try to bluff you, because some people it's hard to bluff.
Yeah, very much so.
Especially when you're on the stream, nobody wants to get bluffed, so people are calling you all the way down. We saw, what was it, Paul Bear call him down with ace queen?
Yeah, but I do like how they took the stream away from the players so they can't really watch it.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I mean? So,
No. Hit the upright, hit the crossbar, and out.
Yeah, because you're quick to go back and see what's going on, and you know it does give you some intel on what what they did compared to just sitting back and watching it. Once this whole stream is over, you got
exactly.
go back and watch on your own time. When you play on the street, Sebastian, did you go back and see the stream and see how you did, and did you analyze yourself and critique give yourself a grade, or you were just like, no, you want to watch this?
Man, I haven't played on a handful of streams, and it really just depends on my performance. You know, my last stream I just played with JWIN at the lodge. We played 5-10, 25-50. I already knew I was kind of out of my league, you know what I mean? But I wanted to splash around and see what I can do. And, you know, I got through like half of it.
Yeah.
There was a couple hands in my mind where I knew I messed up, so I didn't want to watch those. But the hands I had questions about, you know, I watched those. So, but yeah, for the most part, I think a couple people go and
What'd you
analyze
give
what
yourself
they
a grade on the stream?
do. I'm going to give myself a 71.
71. Hey, as long as you pass it, man, that means you walked out with a positive on the leaderboard, or no? Because if you got to walk out with positive chips, you give yourself a passing grade. If you negative, you got yourself a 60 something. You know what I mean?
All
Like
right.
you can't be a passing grade if you lost some chips.
Okay, well, hold on.
You know,
Let's get through this hand.
All right,
Let's
all
focus
right.
on him first.
Papa P with him pocket queens, 4 best of 300.
Okay, Curtis is, you know, just one of them hands. It's gonna
Curtis
let it
is
go.
pretty tight though, so it's pretty easy for him to get away.
Okay, JWIN initiated the raise. Now he's 4-betted
So it's what, 130 more for him to call, or 170 more to call.
by one of the, you know, like I said, strongest images.
And
the table.
we've seen his hands. You know what I mean? He did flip over ace queen to Bobby earlier.
But see, what I like about JWIN is he analyzes stacks. So he knows in his mind I got him covered 3-2, you know, 3 times. So let's see what he really has or where I'm really at.
Or if he can outplay him on the flop.
Exactly.
And there's that ace, a perfect card to outplay somebody in queens, right?
Very perfect.
And if he checks here, JWIN's gonna fire, don't you think? And it's hard for him to bet in this position, right? JWIN just called 300.
All right.
You got a boyfriend?
Third size.
When's the wedding date? When's the wedding date?
Boom. Exactly.
He gave, and again, remember we talked earlier that when you continuation bet, sometimes you give your hand away.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's what was it? $400, $600 pre-flop, right? Before I start card, the ace comes and you bet 200.
Yeah, exactly. But you know that can be a good play for deception too. But like I said, J Stack made up his mind already. Like, all right, you don't have enough to really damage my stack. I'm gonna put the pressure on you to really see.
Chris, do you have a boyfriend and no
And
wedding date?
this is exactly why he's got that patch that says pokercoaching.com. So
Yeah, man, they're teaching you stuff.
I mean, and I think Sebastian gave us a great rundown pre-flop of what actually he was thinking. You know, and here, this is what you call great poker play. Sometimes you don't have to have the cards. As you were saying, he had made his mind up. And you know what? Maybe after the stream, I'll interview him, and maybe he'll give me his insight as far as what he thought there. You know, what did he put him on? He might have put him on a big hand, but he already made his mind up. You know what I mean? I think his bet of $200 gave his hand away. Do you?
I think what gave his hand away was he capped his range. Is what they usually call it. Like, all right, you're out of position, and I, you know, made a. Well, he kind of had a range advantage too because he was the first one to make the raise, and then you 3-bet my raise, and I'm just gonna call hoping that this board is favoring my range. So I'm putting you on a capped hand.
So you think a check there, because then it makes sense to bet 200. If you got ace king, ace queen there, and you fire $200 there.
But like you said, if you check there, you lose.
Yeah.
If you know down bet right there, at least you can kind of see.
Yes.
But once again, this is one of the strongest players on the table.
Yes.
Like you doing this against Chrissy versus you doing it against JWIN is 2 different scenarios. So once again, pick who you want to play. You gotta always have that in the back of your mind.
And I think that makes JWIN 5 for 5 for the night as far as playing hands. So I mean,
Very nice.
He's pretty recreational.
Pretty bad.
He's rich person. Like, he just plays because it's fucking fun, and he seems like a really nice guy.
5 years now? I played for 20 years.
25 JWIN. Do you notice JWIN doesn't really raise a lot pre-flop when he gets premium hands? I mean, that's something I've noticed with him. I mean, I've been on a couple of streams, but I never really noticed him get too. As you notice, he did raise his king deuce.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it almost falls right into pattern because look at the hand he gets next. You know, like it's ace jack and limps in with it. Well, I'm sure nobody puts him on ace jack here.
No. But once again, everybody's everywhere. So
I've been in spots where quick players, they just
That ace of spades, who's got it? I didn't see it. Nobody?
no spades anywhere.
No spades anywhere. Make a move. It's hard. So what's your philosophy when you get this many people in the hand? Sebastian, and you're in the hand. I mean, is it even worth betting at it? I mean, the pot's
It's never
decent.
worth
It's a $200 pot. And that's my philosophy. It's not even worth it, right? To get caught up in a hand when you have no business being in there. Like, you have no, you're trying to bluff
For that much money?
Especially with air.
6 people. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I had a little bit of equity, maybe I got a king or 2 or something. But there's 6 people in his hand, 7 people in the hand. I'm just gonna check
But why she call a flop to begin with? Unless she planned on
because you never know. You can never know where you really
Yeah.
at.
the RFID when they shuffle, does it read the order of every single card when you shuffle?
I know the guy.
I don't think it does.
Well, the straight Broadway. Oh, well, he got
Well,
the
it don't
spade.
matter. The flush is there. So JWIN's going to. You got to make a decent bet here, don't you think? I mean, if you called the flop, the turn.
You think you're good, so Waco. you never
Exactly right.
fold.
Yeah, you're not folding
I'm just
here.
gonna lose this hand.
Yeah.
Shows a flush, takes it down for the
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I mean, again, I didn't. If you call that turn, there's no way you don't think you're not good on the river, right? Or you.
I'm just gonna lose.
Yeah.
That's the good.
You made your mind up at that point that I don't put him anything higher than he doesn't have the ace or the jack. That's what I'm saying. So
That's the strongest argument for their sheet. It was so
That's a nice little pot though. To take
Yeah.
down 7 ways.
Well, that's what they were doing
Just like that, JWIN becomes 5-1, and I think Waco's Scrub has been on fire again.
King Kai at 69%.
But again, it also shows that VPIP doesn't equal winning, does it?
No, it doesn't.
See, if you look at JWIN, I think he's 5-1. He's maximized his pots.
Once again, as you see, the two best players at the table are at that 30% range.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of
Papa J and JWIN are doing
Waco's
this.
Scrub,
Waco
30%.
and the top winner right now, Slim Shady, he's at 36%. So you're right at that range. You know, you're right. 30 to 40% might be the number. You know.
Yeah. You want a 9-handed, fold 6, play 3.
And I think that's a hard thing that people have. They just want to feel like they have to get into every pot, you know. Especially when you see and you always hear the stories shit. They say, "Oh, I folded this, I folded." You know what I mean? After a while, you start believing that, and you start calling. You know, before you know, you've called away $200 worth of chips without seeing anything past the flop.
Or you got caught up in a hand that you shouldn't have been playing.
Yep.
Like,
And then you get mad at the dealer because he gave him his card, right? And that's what always happens, right? You play 2 cards you shouldn't be playing with. They hit you on the river, and then you all blame the dealer.
Man, tough.
I know you've heard that enough.
Heard it every day.
Waco Scrub, look at this.
Big Ike's in the building.
Ace King, Waco Scrub's been getting cards all night.
Yeah, he been running good. Out in Waco, they call him Run Like James.
But I've seen some horrible calls and plays just here. You know what I'm saying? For some crazy money for certain people. You ever something like $3 or $4, I've seen a call with, I mean, River Ron calls.
Bottom pair never good here, right?
Never.
No. NT, okay, I thought he called.
Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, I think I don't know if you heard on the stream, they're talking about that. I don't know if you saw that poker thing where that person called that lady called that chips down Sebastian.
What'd you say?
I don't know if you saw that poker stream where they, I think that's what the table was talking about as far as what do you think. But, you know, I was telling people, if you come to the card club, you'll see them kind of calls all day. It makes you wonder, as you were talking about, what'd you call me with?
Man, you know.
Right?
That's tough when you're playing at them stakes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
That's a crazy play. I know the poker community around the world.
What you think about for us, Sebastian, some of our stakes for us it may be equivalent to their stakes. You know what I mean? So sometimes it doesn't really surprise me because I'm thinking, you call me with what on the flop? With nothing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm sure that's happened. That's happened to me when I bet and they called you with, and I don't understand what you call me with. And they're like, I just felt it, right?
For sure.
And that's the answer they give you. That's all you can take, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that
once again comes to you know, understanding the player. I've seen all type of crazy stuff on the field.
and sometimes people, like you said, people just want to gamble.
Yeah.
I'm just gamble.
And then, like I said, his moniker of he was Garrett. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So sometimes you just want to beat that
As you
player.
were saying earlier, I just want to beat you and beat you or catch you bluffing. You know, it's almost more of a patch of honor. I caught you bluffing. You know what I mean? And I'm not even concerned about what.
Because you know,
Look at this hand.
Yeah, but there was times where there was on the river.
Okay, I want to see this. Facing a little pressure.
Again, earlier he did get him to fold. Remember?
Yeah, exactly.
And I didn't see him how Kai got him to fold. What would he have? He had top pair and Kai got him to fold.
King Kai out of position.
Kai's gonna have to continue firing a lot though, right? I mean, it doesn't make you have to keep firing. You can't check.
Well, you know, he called the raise. If he called this, he's probably committed.
So you think about making a move here or just calling?
I think making a move here is the better play.
Right? To find out where you're at?
Yeah. So there's a lot of cards on the river that can hurt.
Yeah.
But once again, you call the raise, you call the turn, you're definitely calling this.
Oh, yeah. Snap call.
Yeah.
And again, this is going to go to him. I mean, I think him playing these hands is going to show the table a lot that when he gets into it and he's calling you down, he has strong hands, you know what I mean? So I think not only is he winning pots, but it's also showing to the table that, hey, when I'm in hands and I'm betting you and I'm calling you, I have something strong, you know what I mean? So we haven't seen many. King Kai just doesn't seem to be in the groove now. Something's going on with Team Colleen today as we see, you know, 3 of the top 4 winners are Waco, Team Waco. So right now, Colleen better call a timeout.
All
have
it takes
a pep
is
talk,
one.
do something.
It's looking like about 2.4, 1.3.
The bottom 3 losers are all Team Colleen.
It looks like Waco got like a 3K advantage right now.
Yeah.
maybe a little more.
But they gotta have more than that because I was looking. Like I said, the bottom 3 losers are King Kai, Bobby, and Good Shot. So, and the 2 of the top 3 winners are Waco. So that money's there. So. And if you notice, Curtis doesn't seem to be getting many hands, does he?
No, Curtis not getting many hands, not saying many words.
Seems a very conservative player as far as playing wise, but
Man,
Big Papa
P's,
keeps waking up.
Man, Good Shot.
He just seems to be out of it, man. I think he's just trying to almost catch his breath or.
Okay, Kyle made a fold on the button. Okay, let's see if Chrissy can be the savior. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Chrissy has been getting Chrissy does get hands and wins, but you know what I mean. Again, we don't want to see that queen again. We just saw that 10 come out. Let's see what happened to Kai.
There we go.
There we go, Chrissy. Make it 100.
Okay,
50.
she takes the lead. We would like to see a check right there because you know he's always been down
Yeah.
button. This might be easy for him to get away from. Exactly.
Yeah.
Miss Lou, can I get a Red Bull?
But again, you notice Papa Pete knows when to lay it down, or you know what, not try to make a move or anything. You know, he's in for what was he in for 25? Whatever he raised pre-flop, he gets out of it.
Yeah, he's out of that. But I think she checks there. He at least
He may lead out, and then she can.
he let out when he had kings and ace with that.
Yeah.
So of course he's going.
We got what, a $20 bomb pot coming to us.
Bomb pot, yes sir.
Again, these bomb pots today are being brought to you by Quick Cuts Landscaping. I think they're out of Belton, so please contact them 254-295-6988 if you need a commercial or residential landscaping, mowing, tree trimming, decking, hauls off. Give them a call to give you a free estimate and you can get your job done. So if you got a honey to-do list and you don't feel like doing it, give them a call and they come clean up what you need to get cleaned up.
We'll definitely hit the 50.
So go ahead and hit that like button. Yeah, we're doing a Hold'em bomb pot. I think it's maybe the first Hold'em bomb pot we've seen all night.
Man, Michael in the chat said we should have Boogie from Waco on the stream. Hey, Boogie he's gonna play them cards. Boogies are pretty nice. Michael said he's coming to save Colleen too. So
Oh, Michael on the way to save Colleen?
yeah,
All right.
subby man.
Call a relief pitcher or something, and I thought we were playing No Limits. We were playing Omaha Bomb Pot. Yeah, Kai and Chrissy and Mr. Bobby have been pretty quiet today, haven't they?
Very quiet. So. You think they're uncomfortable playing with?
I don't know. I mean, and I'm wondering if the whole team aspect is causing people to play differently. You know what I mean? Because when you're out play by yourself, you know, you're not thinking about anybody, right? You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting as much money as I can on every pot. But, you know, am I thinking a team aspect as far? But, I mean, it doesn't make sense because if we're in the pot and you lose and I win, Team Colleen, I mean, we're still in the positive. You know, it ends up equaling itself out. But I'm not sure if the whole team thing is. I don't think Waco's been playing at that at all. If you noticed, Papa and what's his name, Waco's Scrub have been getting in hands, and JWIN's just out to. JWIN's out to eat.
Yeah, JWIN's look like he's kind of on his own island right now.
There it is, JWIN right now with the trip nines. JWIN takes down another pot, so we're getting used to seeing that JWIN stacking chips.
Yeah, we got Erica coming into the box. Another decorated dealer.
Oh yeah, last time she dealt, man, she put out monster pots. So let's see if this is gonna change it up for. This is what Team Colleen needed. As you do, we do the math right now, what's it look like? 3.7, about 3.7, about 3.8, 3.9 in the green for Team Waco. And 1.4, so that's about 2.5 right now.
KARD, Good Shot, and Bobby combined are down 4 racks.
Yeah, so that's all the money that Team Waco has. Same Shady has 2.4, and Waco Scrub has 1.3, so that's 3.7, and then the other 190.74. So that's that's a 4,000 right there that they're down. So
wow.
Yeah, Team Colleen better do something because they're the only thing they're winning today. It looks like they're winning the
It's halftime. Hey, coach. Any adjustments?
Halftime. Okay, cool. Somebody's coming in.
Halftime, and it looks like somebody. Well, it looks like you were right. Chrissy is stacking up her chips, but now what happens now is we bring in a Waco player, and I'm not sure who that Waco player will be. They will let us know shortly. So
based off who I've seen, I think it's one of the prolific players out of that hot social poker club in Waco. His name is Philip.
Philip?
Yeah, his name is Philip.
You played with him before?
Played with him before, dealt with him before, played a tournament with him before. At the final table, he's pretty nice, pretty sneaky.
So it looks like Waco brought their 18 today, right? Or
brought their 18.
Besides, who'd they say they were looking for? Boogie? Is that what they let us know?
For Boogie. I know Boogie somewhere out there. Like, man, I'm gonna get on the next one. Boogie reminds me of Meech.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
For any of those who watched the live stream, you know who Big Meech is, does the tattoos. He also owns a club over here in Central Texas, Road Jacks. But yeah, they play pretty similar. Halftime, if you're coaching right now, what you going to say?
I got to wake up. I got to talk to a good shot and see where you're at. I mean, the pep talk is, what are we here to do? Are we here to play or are we here to watch the games? Yeah. You know what I mean? And what I guess is also hard when you're not catching cards, you know what I mean? It's been a pretty easy ride for Team Waco. They've been kings. I mean, if you notice, Waco Scrub will go with what? Aces, kings, queens. I mean, Papa-has been waking up with ace, queen, ace, king. So,
okay.
Chrissy got busted pretty hard, right, with kings against nines. So,
sure.
So is that the person you were thinking is coming in or no?
This is not, but this is close. This is very close to Philip. They play pretty similar.
Okay, so our resident knowledge co-host here, Sebastian, knows it's the right person to have at the booth today. So he's filling us in on the new players because I would have been completely lost. So this has Sebastian's been dealing for a lot of years, so he knows a lot of these players, plays with them. So probably one of the best dealers I know. So come down here to KARD Club and.
All right, Waco Scrub opening with that 9-8 to 25.
Now, I got to be honest with you. I think this is the most I've ever seen Good Shot fold.
Man.
And I'd like to see what his VPIP is right now.
And he knows he's the Kobe Bryant of the Killeen team. He got to.
Yeah, it's got to. And that's a good analogy. You know what I mean? I like the way you put that out there. So you got to have the.
Picking the spots well. Continuing with that flush draw.
Guy's calling for that straight draw.
So is JWIN.
Waco Scrub hopes it's a heart that gives him there.
Uh-oh.
King Kai's in the lead with the 3. Only Kai can be in the lead with 3-4, huh?
Picked up some equity. Uh-oh.
JWIN gets there. What's he going to make? What's a pot? 282? 110? 115? You want somebody to call you here, right?
Yeah, you want somebody to call you here.
You can't check here because you're at risk of getting check, and you make no money off of this. So you have to bet something.
Yeah, you start targeting what does call you.
Yeah. He's making it look like a overbet. Hopefully somebody had called him.
Yeah. Takes it down.
Well, one hand dealt and one win for Team Killeen. So.
Okay, so you gave us your coaching aspect for Killeen team. What's your coaching for the Waco team?
Hey, don't change what you're doing.
Don't change what you're doing.
Yeah, you've been doing what you're doing is working, right? I mean, maybe I'll talk to Curtis and see. It's.
What do you call one?
He's had a couple of hands when he bet and he got re-raised and he folded. So I wonder, if he's a little stunned. You know what I mean? Everybody has a game plan to get punched in the face. You know what I mean? The old saying.
Yeah.
Come in with a game plan, but once you get popped in the face, it changes your game plan. So I think Curtis is just trying to find his groove right now. I mean, he hasn't been in many hands.
Yeah.
And same thing for Bobby. I'll talk to Bobby and see where Bobby's at right now.
Yeah. Slim Shady kind of silently stepped away from playing hands too. That's what it seems like after that big hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he picks and chooses which hands he gets involved in, which is, I mean, he's aggressive, but also a very conservative player. And like you said, picks and chooses the type of hands. He's almost plays like JWIN. Maybe there's a reason why we say they're up and coming great poker players because they they know how to navigate the poker table and when to get out of hands that they shouldn't be in, or when to make a move. And I think like when you said with JWIN's King Deuce, he had his mind made up that that was his hand, and he was going to win it.
Yep.
You know, and that's. Hit that like button. Let's get 50 likes so that we can go into overtime. Oh, Michael Stott says Big Meech is his brother. That's why they play it like, hey, you put a.
Yes, sir. Clinton shout out Run Like James. Yes, sir. That's what he does.
That's what they call it in Waco.
That's what they call him, Run Like James. They made a shirt for him and everything. Get you some merch.
He just runs the hot.
Runs hot.
So they decide to develop a different business with another guy. And the other guy doesn't have all the funding he needs, so he wants to sell both.
Sometimes, you know, that running hot takes a little bit of skill. So, you know, I mean, it's not always luck.
Yeah, for sure.
There we go, Kai. Restraddle, Kai. Come on, I never seen Kai not restraddle. Come on, Kai. 20. Kai, I know you got to make it 40, Kai. Did the Kai? I don't know. Kai, come on. They're giving you time, Kai. Come on, Kai.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Kai.
Fold.
No. Kai didn't restraddle. What? I knew for sure he was going to make it 40.
I want the title to the boat and I want the boat in my hand.
All right, who's your other two in your top 5?
Oh, I gave you, who did I have? Good Shot?
Yeah, you gave me Good Shot, King Kai.
King Kai. JWIN. Oh,
JWIN.
I don't think this will surprise you, but I had Chrissy.
You had Chrissy in there?
Playing from the, and a lot of mine was from the stream. When, you know
Okay.
what we've seen it, because I asked a lot of players that were on the stream to give me their opinion.
Yeah.
Chrissy just seems to win when she's on the stream. You know what I mean? She just makes all the right moves, all the right calls. I think tonight she'd have walked away with a profit, didn't she? For Team Colleen, she was
Yeah,
one of the
she
ones that
has.
was in the profit. So
She's got way
I mean,
better,
she knows
too.
how to navigate. You know what I mean? So as far as the stream wise, you know what I mean. That's what's. Who's your number 4?
Well, we got Waco Scrub leading with the Ace King. We got Yali coming through with the float.
Again, Waco Scrubs has been getting monster hands all night long.
Backdoor heart draw, and here we come. So picking up a little bit more equity. Definitely on check call mode.
What is it, 416? He's gonna.
Or are you on check raise mode? New player.
He's
you know
got a
what I
call
mean?
here. You can't raise him here.
I think it's better if you do raise.
Yeah, but it's hard to raise him here because, I mean, what do you. He let out, right? And if you miss, then what?
Shoot.
See?
Or if you hit, then what?
Then you're good now.
Uh-oh.
But now you can lead out for 300.
See, now do you check again?
No, I bet. You got to bet your hand.
Okay, let's see.
I never believe in checking that. You know what I mean? If a player's going to make a move, they're going to make it on me regardless. But I'm trying to get some kind of equity. We talked about it earlier, getting max value out of your hands. If he checks here and he checks, then.
Yeah, you're right.
What, you know what I mean? The pot's what, 996? Bet 200.
Let's see.
Or make it cheap enough for you to call, but still enough for him to re-raise you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
What's the perfect size? 200?
yeah, I would say between 1.
Oh, look, he
see?
checked. See, that's a strong move. Risky move.
So what did he make? Oh, he made it 500. Hey, this works for Sebastian. This is why you've been playing a lot longer than me, and you got the move. What do you make it here? Without all in?
Something of that nature. But he's not calling.
You think this is him coming in trying to make a splash too early, too fast? I mean,
Yeah, like I said, that's one of the crazy disciplines of you just sit down. You know what I mean? Do you know what I
and
have?
this, what do you say? Running like who?
Run like James.
Running like James. How else do you turn the nut flush and you get somebody to bet 500 and what was it, $510 into you?
Man, quick 1,000. But respectable fold, nice hand. Move on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Goddamn, James, did you buy your lunch?
Hey, you did buy me lunch. Sure, you are right.
Where you at?
Yeah, James going crazy.
Oh yeah, James is way up there.
I didn't hurt my team. Yeah, I helped myself without hurting my team.
Right, exactly.
Somebody said call Jurgen up.
Oh, Jurgen. Oh yeah, Jurgen's been MIA. Yeah, he moved down south, and
Jurgen's
we ain't
pretty
seen him. So yeah, this stream's we've been getting a lot of big pots, but I'm waiting to see that big pot, that $3,000 pot there.
We haven't seen an all-in call.
No, yeah, nobody's gotten. Nobody's got tabled yet. I mean, Yachty did come in and try to make a move and just.
Man.
I think that's him just coming in too early, too aggressive, huh? Trying to let you know he's at the table.
Got a menu tonight?
Miss Lou in the kitchen.
Papa with ace jack.
Okay.
I tend to notice that with the team Waco, man. I wonder if they had a team meeting talked about when they get these big hands. They're not really raising a lot. You know what I mean? They're getting enough to build a pot, but you know it's also cheap enough for them to fold and they don't lose that. Like this kind of flop exactly. You know, ace jack, you bet 75, you get caught with something. And somebody bets here. You know what I mean? You only lost 25 compared to if you had made 75 and you're trying to bluff your way through a hand now.
Yeah. I think the Waco team is balancing their range well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah, sometimes I'm raising with it, sometimes I'm limping with it.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell what's wrong. Look at Slim Shady right here laying down that straight draw.
Uh-oh.
Good shots looking for that club, and he hits a king.
Well,
Looks like he'll get paid off here.
Yeah.
Call.
And then a ribeye, medium rare, but the mixer has good flavor.
King.
Yeah, on the outside, but like medium rare.
That's the first one. Waco Scrub hasn't won tonight. You know, what I mean, he got rivered.
got river, let it go.
Maybe that'll wake him up, right? I think it's first hand. He's up. First time out. The second hand, I see him collect chips. Him and King Kai are usually racking up chips, but seems to be tonight they.
You know, they asking questions and Jesse, you want a pot? So everybody is paying attention.
Yeah, and I think Slim Shady. I'm not gonna say it, but did he go into auto fold, man? Auto fold mode,
Man, I don't know, he been letting them go.
right?
But he's straddling.
Yeah. There's 20. We're just taking our time to make sure the chips are up to account, and we give you the most accurate information. So. So when you're doing it, Sebastian, you got these people calling. You've been playing with long enough. Sometimes can you tell what they have, or do you feel it like you know who has a boat, you know who has a nut flush by the way they bet, their mannerisms and stuff? Because I told King Kai, I said, by watching this stream now, I think I've got a couple of reads and tells that on players that they don't even know they have. Have you, as a dealer, have you seen that, or do you notice that?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I think the two most important kind of tells, in my opinion, especially from being in the box, is one, the poker face. Your poker face is very important. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Your expressions and what you're thinking, a lot of that is displayed on your face.
Without you even knowing.
Yeah, and then two, I think a lot of people don't understand is the mannerisms behind how you put your chips in the pot. You know,
Just
some
with
people,
confidence and
some people splash them, some people set them, some people slide them.
Yeah.
And you know, if you really paying attention, you can pick up a replay. Okay, every time Kai slides his chips, he's bluffing.
You
know what I mean?
Or every time he
splashes
throws them in or flips them upside down. Or
right. So if you take heed to those two aspects of it, that's when I'm in the box. When I'm really paying attention and liking the game, I'll try to, you know,
look at this hand, man. Set of 10s against pocket 9.
Okay,
we just talked about Slim Shady, right?
That's what he's been waiting on.
He gets it in when he's right.
Until, still good.
He just won in an 8. He's gonna fire again. Oh, it's Team Waco. So what's he gonna make it? Pots 553. He's gonna make it what? 200, 175.
Yeah, probably about half. Yeah.
225. Yeah.
Slim Shady Kurt just played, you know, tons of hours together.
And if you notice, he's been in every hand he's been in. He's another player that once they bet, it's hard. You know, he's on a gut shot here. He makes a call.
Nice call.
He's hoping his 9 doesn't come, though.
Man.
That's a check, don't you think?
I think that's a safe card. I think he's going.
You don't think you put him on a flush, chasing that flush draw?
I missed that back door.
So if you check here and he bets, you can just call him, right? You don't have to
Yeah, definitely.
You don't have to worry about betting here and getting re-raised. So
Yeah, you got
pot's
showdown.
1,000. So if I check here and he bets, I can just call him.
Yeah, showdown value for sure.
Yeah.
Yep, Darren Waller.
The only thing you're worried about here is if you bet he comes over the top, then what? Slim Shady's thinking the opposite. He's thinking lead it out there. I guess don't give him the chance to.
Like I said, Slim Shady has been the most aggressive player, you know, and it's paying off. So
he continues to stack up chips. He might be up close to over 3,000 now. Another Slim Shady hasn't lost a hand yet, so
playing well.
he brought his A game today. It looks like.
Yeah, it's legit.
All right, Caleb. They said Sebastian, your commentary is on point today, man. It's on fire.
Man, blessed to be here.
Thank you.
Hell of an experience one time for King KIAH.
Yeah, no, I like to bring different people in the booth and let the viewers out there get an experience or just a wide variety of knowledge that players have. As I'm saying, Sebastian's dealing forever, plays cards, you know. So
yeah, man, just seeing the game from this aspect, from the audio to the display, and it's pretty nice.
Do you think from watching these streams you can pick up on a lot of stuff that players have a tendency to do? Because like as I mentioned early on in the stream, I think players play different on the stream than they do. And by you watching this, would you say that some of these players play differently on the stream than they do on the outer tables? Just because we're seeing their cards and there's people watching them?
Yeah, it's just
like I can see your cards.
It's a different scenery. You know, they definitely play a little different, but I would never study it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't sit down and be like, all right, I want to beat good shot. Let me watch every stream he's played. Like, if you're doing that, you're doing too much. Just be better.
Call them hearts.
Right.
Hell yeah. He tried to buy the patio set. He wouldn't do it.
Is it Tino Jr. or?
Yeah. Both of them were there. Tino Sr. was the one that said,
One pair starting better.
what happened at the lodge said that he went all in and Curtis, you know Curtis, Oklahoma Curtis? Remember him? He's the one that called him and didn't want to pay. I'm like, I don't know. I know our rules here. I don't care if you listen to
JWIN turning 2 pair, man. Good shot laid down. You know, I mean, JWIN has, I think his reputation follows him, so it's pretty easy when he bets. These players are folding.
Yeah, but that's another tendency I'm seeing. He's played another suited king with a weak kicker. You know what I mean? Is that
King Deuce and King 5? You know, is that something he likes to do? You know, maybe his favorite card of King or something? I mean, you know what I mean?
once again in position 2? Is that it? Is that in?
Or maybe he just,
I don't know. 2 for 2 with those type of hands.
Yeah, I think overall, man, he may be 7-1. So I mean, if he's got it so far, if you had to take a pair of the night so far, who do you think it is overall for the 9 on the table?
I'm gonna give it to Waco Scrub.
You want to Waco Scrub? I'm gonna stay on Team Waco, man. I'm going with Slim Shady.
You going with Slim Shady?
Yeah, I mean, if he does, he's been selective of his cards, man, and every time he gets it in there, man, he's getting it in there good.
Yeah,
you know, his pots have all been over at least $500, $600, and
yeah, that is true.
he's taking them down. But I mean, you can't go wrong with Waco Scrub either. It's about 1A, 1B today. I mean, they're without a doubt. Team Waco is ready to say it, dominating Team Killeen pretty easy.
Yeah, Papa Pito right there with him.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, the top 3 players are all from Waco. I mean, I'm not. You know, I mean, I think Kai and Jesse are just like catching cards, and Mr. Bobby has just, you know, if you notice here, he's calling with 10 deuce. I think he's getting tired of folding.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get to that point sometimes where you get tired of folding, you just make calls trying to make hands out of hands you shouldn't be in the hands with?
Yeah, I think everybody does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is just the nature of the game where it just sucks to fold and fold and fold.
What's even worse is when you fold, and you finally call, and you don't get anywhere near that board.
Yeah, definitely.
And good shot takes it down with 9-4, but Bobby can't call there. I mean,
so when Team Killeen runs this tape back and sees the mistakes, outside of poker coaching, what do you think how do you get better at this game?
I mean, they're going to have to get an outside bet. I mean, a lot of it has to be the cards. I mean, let's just start off there. I mean, Team Waco is getting pretty easy cards to play. I mean, you got to say so. I mean, Chris, you ran into pocket kings against pocket 9s. You know, if you run that, I think, 8 out of 10 times pocket kings holds up. You know what I mean? I mean, he hit a 2-out or 3-outer. You know what I mean? So I mean, besides that, but other than that, I mean, it just seems to be that they're coming out pretty.
meant the card is split.
They're playing kind of nervous, I would say. So I don't know if it's the whole team aspect that's causing Team Killeen to play this way. Because I mean, I've never seen Mr. Bobby play this timid, or you know, when you made moves. I mean, he made that big move against that hand. I don't know, you know, he got caught up in a hand. And it just seems that Team Waco has stayed within the way they play poker, and they just nothing's changed. They haven't changed their game at all. They said we're coming here to play cards the way we play cards. It doesn't matter the lights are on. It doesn't matter who's watching. It doesn't matter what we win. If we play our type of poker, we will win. And I think that if anything Killeen has to take from that would be like, hey, let's just play our poker the way we play poker. And if we lose, we lose. You know, this is my game plan. You go with the game plan. If you get beat, you just shake the other team's hand and you walk away. But if you lose not playing your hand, or you know, not playing the way you like to play because you change it up for somebody else, then you can walk away with being like, I didn't play good poker tonight, and that's when it feels worse. You know what I mean? When you get it in and you get beat, there's nothing you can do about it. You just shake their hand. But if you know that's my only thing I can say to Team Killeen. You know, it's
Cool. So we got good shot floating. Got some equity. Going check, check.
yeah. I don't think we're gonna get bet out of here. I mean, hearts get there, but it's gonna go check, check, and he'll take it down with ace jack. Not much. As I said, it's been about an hour and a half since Mr. Bobby racked up some chips.
And I really don't like the move. If you know you can't win, you still check. You know what I mean? I mean, is that cheaper than betting? I don't know.
No, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and again, these bomb pots tonight will all be brought to you by Quick Cuts Landscaping. So hit them up if you need any kind of commercial, residential taken care of, yard work, fencing, stuff hauled away. Let them know, so they'll take care of you. We got a bomb pot coming. Hey Sebastian, let me ask you a question. There's no worse feeling than giving somebody a one-outer and having them lose a $4,000 pot because you put that one-outer out there. I mean, how does it make you feel as a dealer?
Man, I mean, it's tough. You know what I mean? But I respect the game, and I hope the players respect the game. And it's just what it is.
Because on the other end, you got that one person talking about Sebastian, you're the best dealer I've ever seen, I ever met. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it goes both ways, right? You're going to have that guy that's happy or that female that's happy.
And I always look at it like the same way I lose will be the same way I'll win later. Yep. You know what I mean? That one outer you called on me is going to be the one outer I'm going to
you hit
catch.
Somebody. Yeah.
So, you know, it's just dependent on the pot size, though.
Yeah.
You know, like, do I want to build this pot to be 5,000 and hit my one outer, or do I want it to be 200?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I think it's important to play consistently in games that you know you're good at or games that you can beat.
Yeah, we got our first no limit bomb pot. These no limit bomb pots? What you're thinking about this? I know a lot of people will call, but I have a tendency when I do play them, I have to hit both boards good for me to be calling 100. I know some people have a tendency to just play one board, and you'll put $300 chasing one board. I mean, what do you think?
I think it's smart to always be on both boards. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's hard to be, but you know, yeah.
But you never really have the nuts until the end either. So sometimes I just commit 300, saying whatever happens, happens.
Look at Yali right here.
Uh-oh.
This is where I'm sure he wishes he could re-raise that pot.
Yeah, and he's fairly new, so he might not know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope he knows.
He flopped 2 pairs. So
look at JWIN.
Both boards.
He got a pair on both boards. This is, you know, scenario you kind of hope for. Smart enough to get away from.
Yeah. I mean, again. King Kai said he's staying in there with 6-4. Look at this boat. I mean, it's over. It's a wrap. Kai's just gonna donate chips.
Check. See, they're using that check, man.
You can raise $5.
Yeah. Up to 100.
But he's upset, saying what?
Is he Hollywooding this, or he's not really?
Look, you don't know.
I think Kai knows exactly where he's at now, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Where is Kai even at on the board?
No, he's nowhere. Kai's representing a king or something. Kai's representing anything, but I mean, he has no chance of winning this. I mean, yeah.
Good fault.
Yeah, I think that did work against Yali, that hand. You know, I think he was trying to set it up to get paid off, but he realized that you can only.
Yeah, they definitely using that check raise. One of the strongest moves in poker, in my opinion.
And I hate the move where you blind check. Check in
like
the blind. No, I think that's the worst move in poker. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think it's the worst move in poker.
Yeah.
Check dark.
Checking dart.
I mean, yeah, what are you asking for? You're asking for trouble.
It's crazy to say Curtis hasn't been a showdown in 3 hours.
I mean, it's almost, you can count the amount of hands he's been on, though. I mean, almost willing to say he's probably played, what, maybe 5, 6 hands, maybe?
Yeah, it's a pretty tough day. One of the strongest players, too. That's just unfortunate.
He's just been getting out-flopped. I mean, he had pocket 9s, then pocket 10s, and
I think this is one of his first streams, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, man, what have I got myself into? Good shot with the open.
and Shady with queen 10. We got a heads up.
Going heads up. We'll see it. Uh-oh.
When you're running good, right? He's gonna make it 100, 125. He just calls.
Yeah, something like the smooth call. Still think he's good here.
Yeah, I don't know if he likes that heart though.
Yeah, just call.
One thing I have noticed is there's not much table talk at all today.
All right.
You know, I mean, usually that table is live and there's a lot of, but I think this whole team aspect has changed this game up.
And you know, Slim Shady is smart enough to know that. Good shot of hang itself sometimes.
Yeah, but look here, if everything got there.
Still good.
You make this call
Yeah, if I just lose, I
with
just
the one
lose.
card straight.
He's thinking about it.
Is he sniff? Can he sniff it out?
I was ahead the whole way.
But you betting 180 into what 400?
Yep.
Ahead. Yes.
I mean, Slim Shady, what's he thinking?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you everything got there. And that's one thing I noticed about good shots. He's willing to fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't have hands, he's making. Because everybody else are checks. Or that bet was enough to make you think that I have it, but yet enough that if you come over the top, I can lay it down. Because you know, I mean, sometimes your bet gives your hand away because he made enough. You may overbet that, and you know he calls him, but that bet was just the right number for Slim Shady to think, oh, this guy wants me to call.
Yeah, but I
And I'm
think,
beat.
like you said, you've seen good shot, fire. You know what I mean? So I think that's one reason if I am Triple G, aka Slim Shady, I'm just gonna die with this hand just to double check. You know what I mean?
Just to keep him honest.
Because I also seen you just turn over King 3. I just seen
Yeah.
you turn over. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. Yeah.
Some of the weaker hands in this game. So I just want to let me just double check. What are you raising with? Do you really have it?
All right. Michael said check dark is the best thing in poker, but only when he does it.
Only he does it. Jesus.
And maybe Felix has a good idea. You think pressure's getting to him? You know, when you're the home team, man, all the pressure's on you. Waco comes in as the, I guess you want to call him the underdog because this is Kaleem's home clubhouse.
Yeah, we got Garrick in here and Angelo in the stream. It's the good guys from High Social, man. They go on Team Waco.
We all welcome out here.
Yeah, definitely.
Hit that like button. Come on down here to play the card club, Sebastian. I don't know, Sebastian, you playing tonight later on this afternoon? You done here, or you calling
You know,
it?
I kind of got some things I got to attend to soon.
yeah?
So I don't know. I might take a day off, to be honest, take a night off.
Nothing wrong with that. But for those of you that got to look for something to do on this Sunday afternoon, come on down here. If you're not out there deer hunting, come on down here and play some poker with us. The grill's going. Miss Lou's got the grill going. The games are on the TV. The Cowboys already won, so that's a wrap.
For sure. Now, highly advised, if you haven't been to the card club, come. There's not a myth. It's the biggest 1-2 game. There's multiple tables. I'm looking at them right now. Like I said, it's a good place to test your skills. And if, like I said, you up north kind of, go to High Social too. Very clean club, very well ran. So you can't lose. Either one of these clubs is, as you can see on the stream, producing good players.
I just worry myself up for likes right now.
You're not gonna play more.
So hit that like button. Jack 10-3, 2 diamonds. these kind of hands are the ones that are easy to get away with or
Yeah.
easy to fold. You know, if you got nothing invested in there, it's not. Why get involved in a hand that can explode for no reason?
Hold it to 3.
Kyle using that position, top pair. Let's go ahead and take it down.
Still, I got Mr. Bobby. Where are you, Mr. Bobby?
I thought I had that 3. What are my options? What's low calorie? Actually, no adjustment. Oh, do you have a lemon or a lime?
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, man, it's a quiet table today.
How much is it?
I don't think I've ever seen Kai this quiet at a table. Have you?
That's such a weird
No.
number. $20.
He's usually got jokes, stories.
Also get a Diet Coke plus.
Preston.
Kai has a lot of things of a table talk, don't you think?
Yeah, I think a lot of Kyle's successes come from manipulating players from not only his bets but his commentary.
Yeah, he has a tendency to be able to get people to call when
Yeah.
you shouldn't call, or he makes you fold when you shouldn't fold.
Or he can float, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And then
he
once
talks
he
to
gets
you so
there,
much.
yeah, takes you away from the game a little bit. Okay, this is going to be a power hand. See, with respect to the raise right there, Curtis hasn't really raised.
Yep.
But once again, Slim Shady with that ace king, that could have got pretty ugly, but this probably want to be.
Yeah, well, there it is. You were asking for it.
Well, never mind. Good read. Waco Scrub making a 155 out of the big blind.
Slim Shady's just calling. If he calls, Kai's calling. Don't you think? I mean, Kai's at the point where he's trying to make hands out of nothing, right? Don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
Yeah. But Garrison, doing what you're supposed to do. One of your kind of nutted hands, ace king, you want to just put pressure on that big blind to see where you're really at.
so if he gets called, what do you put him on?
Exactly what he has. Tens, jacks,
Somewhere around
queens,
that
ace
area?
king maybe. You know
if
what I mean?
he had aces or kings, he's coming over the top
Exactly.
there.
So that's what I'm saying. You're capping your range. If you don't
If
see a
I
lot of
just
four
smooth
bets.
call, yeah.
You don't see a lot of four bets.
Don't angle him.
So if I
Because if he
smooth
makes it
call
three,
here, yeah.
if he makes it 355 and then Waco Scrubs comes to 800, then
Then-
you put
then-
Garrison
yeah.
in the blender, and then boom.
What a flop. I
So
mean,
now, yeah,
check, check.
now you're only worried about kings only.
Yeah.
You know, and I got 2 blockers, so 9 times out of 10 I'm good here. So he should check back here. Too strong. He's gonna use the down bet.
Cheap enough for you to call 150 into 800, $900 pot.
Exactly. That's the next best thing. If you're not gonna check, use the down bet.
Yeah.
It was honestly me respecting him enough that he wouldn't try to angle me. That's what I thought.
It was $100. I was just calling him. I got this turn.
Good hand.
Yeah, dang.
How good of a hand was it? How good of a hand was it?
I have no doubt.
I would not have ace king. He would not have ace king.
See, and that's exactly why you don't just call there.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
Now, boom, you got the 3-bet in, made a little value. You call, he calls, he calls. Now we're going 4
Yeah.
ways. So yeah, way to play that.
Again, him raising low with that ace king paid off for him. So you got lucky enough somebody woke up with the hand.
Exactly. Like I said, he's in position. So even if it comes weird, he can still represent a couple different hands or float.
And like you said, I think Waco Scrub gave his hand away when he just called. That's a lot to call
Yeah, it
pre-flop. You know what I mean? Like, if
Well,
you got
that's
kings or aces, you're getting pushed over the top immediately.
Exactly.
So I think he put him on that range, like you said, 10s, jacks, maybe 9s, 9 to jack area. Maybe even queens. Queens may come over the top there, but you know, it's,
Yeah, Queens might,
might try to make a move there.
but you know, you look at jacks how you look at jacks. You're ready to fold them.
Yeah.
If you see anything
Yeah.
crazy, so
It's easy hand to get away from.
yeah, exactly. Man.
And we got scrub in there. Oh my God. This is what we're right here, just.
Bobby woke up with 8. We saw what happened when he had ace-10 last time, right?
It sure did. It was not cute.
All right, Bob, we got him.
Again, he didn't raise anything here. He just called a 30.
Had the hijack. Like I said, one of your best positions, one of your best hands.
I mean,
You got to pump it up a little bit.
it's a good hand for him.
Yeah, got some equity. Everybody got some equity a little bit.
He's getting a call here from everybody.
So just imagine if you 3-betted and then this flop
This
comes.
flop comes.
You know
in
what
the
I mean?
pot's, yeah, the pot's getting.
I'm staying there with you, Bob. Let's get him. On your back up. You got to take lead, though.
Really want to jack.
Oh, there you go.
Queen. Gotta get more. Kai's not going anywhere. Bobby's not going anywhere. I mean, Waco Scrub may get out.
Uh-oh. Gave him a free card on the turn. And
And then you chop it up. Again, I think I would have liked to see a raise there on the turn by Kai.
I never paid attention to this. What's that? The S stands for chop?
Yep.
That means same?
Yeah. So I would have liked to see, don't you think, on the turn a little bit by Kai?
Oh, yeah.
Got
for
more
sure.
equity, right?
Yeah, exactly. Uh-oh. Is this raise? Waco scored one of the stronger players.
Kai's not thinking about calling, is he? I mean, folding, is he?
No, definitely not. What am I
He's
losing
scared of 10 jack.
Yeah. You're not playing 10 jack this slow.
Yeah. Kai puts 6-10. I mean, I'm not sure what Kai puts him on.
Yeah.
But 10 jack's the only thing he put him on, right?
Yeah, but he calls.
He better call. Come on, Kai.
But boom, once again, one of these hands where you're in the blender, like I shouldn't have been playing this hand anyway. But easy call.
Yeah, I mean,
Like if you was beat, you'd be like, man, why did I?
yeah, well, I mean, yeah. But again, I think he missed his bet on the turn. You know, he picked up a flush draw.
Yeah.
So once a card gets you on the river, you're stuck.
Yeah, for sure.
On the turn, he check raise it. Put it in.
Yeah, but nobody bet on the turn.
I bet on the river.
On the river? I was worried that he might have checked the 10 jack or something to me. So on the turn, if Bobby bets,
Slim Shady up top. Waco score right behind him. JWIN continuing to run good. Papa P doing his thing.
But if you bet the turn though, and
Bobby
then
B.
you
My man Curtis, King Kai. Good shot, man. Can't wait to talk to you. Yali coming in as a substitute. Still got some upside.
Hey, Jesse, you feel that?
Some momentum. I know.
Oh, I thought you were talking about AC. I was like, oh, please.
That's just gas. Don't worry about it. It'll pass.
Jesse, you know over the Trump?
I'm trying to get into a big pot with one of you guys. I'm trying to get into a big pot with one of you guys.
Okay.
Has there been a big pot?
That's the goal.
Pocket 5 limps with the straddle. Bobby B's gonna limp with the 9-8.
8 seconds.
Okay, Curtis, it's time.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about
Turn
now.
the fire up on that damn chicken.
Hijack ace 10. Let's make it 80.
You ever seen that?
No.
8 seconds.
Lane
8
cross.
seconds is too.
I'm the worst person to ask about this.
Lane cross. 8 seconds.
Oh man. 2 ace queens just call. Going 5 ways. 3 aces is 3 different players. Fives is no good no more.
8 seconds is a good movie. Pure Country's a good movie. There's another one back. Roadhouse is always pretty good.
Curtis thinking about floating right here.
I don't know what's
You ever seen that one?
I don't think so. Maybe. I might have seen it, just don't remember it.
Slightly before you were born.
Movie they definitely cannot play nowadays.
Okay, this is one of his first races here. This might get through. 425, we getting out of there.
Open range, I like that one.
Open range like that. They got the guns.
Bobby be putting him on that flush draw.
But our money's good over.
That is a good movie.
Digstown.
First part is one, good
Win
move.
that chicken dinner.
Use the aggression. Use the aggression pre-flop. Use the aggression after the flop. And that's how you win.
Time to snag one.
Rep the steak.
JWIN since the momentum was changed.
Yep.
Fall back a little bit.
Picking one up for Team Waco, man. Love to see it.
I may or may not have been ahead right there.
62 people is in the chat right now. Looking for some likes.
And ace queen. Or a jump king on the flop.
Come on, Card, wake up. 20 or 25. Really don't bother me, but this is brutal.
That's live, bro.
Curtis H10 back to back.
That's live, bro.
Back to back.
Back to back.
Now Curtis wants to go out and start playing.
He just took down his first pot.
Oh, did he? I had to step away. Yeah. So, well, at least he's on the he's on the leaderboard. Makes you feel good when you win a pot.
Yeah, for sure. Played it well.
Words have never been spoken.
Kai's just trying to make hands now. I'll take this point, don't you think? I
Well-
mean, he's trying to force some action or get something. You know what I mean? He has just
Defending the straddle. Papa P defending the button. Yali, I'm unsure what he's on.
yeah. He just wants to gamble.
Yeah.
First one to bet wins.
Check, check, check 5. Uh-oh.
Somebody has to bet something, don't you think? $230 pot. Bet something. Anyone?
No.
No?
Well. Kai's gonna do it. He's good. Nobody.
You can't call this, can you? I mean, now you're calling a straight bluff.
I mean, you can, but
Knowing Kai's range,
yeah.
these cards are fall right into his range, don't they?
Yeah, they do. But also, once again,
I mean, yeah. What are you in for? Why?
is he gonna show it?
I'm only gonna call one time so I can catch up.
Wayne, how's good?
Okay, take it down.
You know all the work that I took this and
Yeah, I think he did. Felix Kai did take the Cowboys, so
He did.
he's a secret. He's a closet Cowboy fan. In case y'all wanted to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless Team Clean comes up with a late fourth quarter rally, Sebastian, I don't see them making a comeback. Do you?
Well, I mean, it's possible. All it takes is one hand. You know
I think
what I mean?
between Slim Shady and Waco Scrub, I think they're over $5,000 combined together as far as winning wise. So I mean, I haven't seen anybody else even near them.
Yeah, you need.
not gay if you do it for Chase.
And they're just not giving the opportunity to get it in there. You know what I mean? Which is smart of them.
Yeah, smarter down.
Gotta learn how to navigate when you're. I mean, when you're up, why do all that work to
Exactly.
get caught up in the hand? When, like as you were saying earlier, why are you even in the hand? Or what point do you? What point you go into auto mode if you're playing on this table? Knowing what you're and this again, this comes in. This team play does play a big scenario, don't you think? I mean, I think me personally, if I'm in Waco Scrub or some Shady, you know, I'm going into auto mode, and unless I'm getting ace king, kings, queens, I'm not playing. I'm not getting hands for no reason. I mean, what's the point of me getting into hands when I don't have to?
Yeah, well, you can really see Slim Shady has went into that. But I think
Yeah.
after your first profit of 1,000, you know, or 2,000.
Yeah, and when you're pushing 3, then there's really like, what am I getting in the hands for? What reason? I mean, the only thing I'm doing is I'm becoming the bank now. Hopefully, them other guys are trying to catch me when.
Exactly.
Thought that was a comment.
And I think that's really even outside of the stream.
Yeah.
Usually, you want to double your stack up and then just kind of wait for a nutted hand. So then you can really stack somebody.
Yeah.
That's why your stack
Yeah, I really kept waiting for it to come back.
size stack ratio is important.
And it looks like Team Colleen are both trying to make a good shot. Got there, so I think he's gonna get paid off here.
And I was like, what? I started watching. I watched everything.
Getting this, I think this is Bobby's
That was me with Game of Thrones. Like I didn't
tendency to call.
ever, and then everybody just kept saying, "Hey, it's so good."
Another 200 coming this way.
Finally, I'm like, all right, I'll watch it.
He gonna overbet it.
I watched the
Oh,
first 5.
guess he did call.
Lose call, Bobby. You losing to a king, you lose to a better queen.
Yeah, I think Bobby's getting to a point to where he's trying to, as I said, make hands out of.
There were so many different
I love Game of Thrones. I love the new one.
But yeah, it seems like seats 10 and 2, even to an extent. Seat 1 have gone into a little bit of a auto mode fold, or even Yali's not getting involved in many hands as far as he got caught up with Waco Scrub that one hand. Ever since then, he's kind of.
The new one now, which is called the House of Dragons,
That's good.
it's not as good so far.
They're setting it up though.
These bomb pots that I mentioned earlier throughout the night, they'll be brought to you tonight by Quick Cuts. So number information's on the board. So if you need anything, look them up, give them a call, let them know we sent you here from the KARD Club, and they'll hook you right up. So
No job
please visit them.
tomorrow.
I like the other one better. 1883. I like it too, man. I like the 1883. It's pretty good.
I didn't think it was as good as Yellowstone though.
Well,
Yellowstone's not near as good as Game of Thrones. If that's what you are comparing.
Yellowstone is way better than Game of Thrones.
No.
Jumps the shark out.
100% better than Game of Thrones.
You have to keep building it.
Huh?
The roll's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
So do you have a tendency, Sebastian, when you're playing bad, to take a couple of days off, or a week, or
Glad that I'm
weeks, a month, or do you just try to fight through it and try to get to the other end, or do you have a
6 months
Well,
to come out with the next season.
I look at the variance, you know what I mean, and seeing what.
8-5.
do you change the scenery, clubs, places, times you play, or no?
I think that's been one of my issues is, you know, they're called clubs for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be part of them, know the members. I think another one of my issues would be is playing consistently. You know, because like JWIN, semi-pro, you know what I mean,
Yep.
knows he's playing on a schedule from blank to blank. You know what I mean? KIAH knows he's playing from blank to blank. You know, like I said, you can see it in Slim Shady. He's playing blank to blank. So then you want to play consistency, and then when, you know, you take a bad beat or whatever, it's up to you. It's up to the player. Some people need a week. Some people need a day. Some people need a drink. You know what I mean? So it just depends on what your bankroll can handle and how you really feel about it.
Team Kalina will be chopping this one up.
But what's your intake on running bad?
When I think it's just you step away from the game. I do. I just I'm a big golf player, so I just go do something else and just walk away from the game for a while. I mean, I really do believe in just the fact that when you're running bad, it's going to run bad. So, you know, and sometimes if you come here with a negative mindset, it seems like it seems to trickle over into the cards you play, and then you start playing bad hands for no reason. Then you play your hand bad, and then it's just.
Yeah, let's ask some people in the chat. What do you guys do? Do you guys take a break, go outside, smoke a cigarette? Shout out to Harry. What's the best way to cope with running bad? How you feel about changing seats?
Oh yeah, I do that too.
You do that
yeah.
too?
Change seats, change the dealers. I mean, do whatever. I mean, whatever it takes to try to change it up. And I'm one of them guys that does ask for a deck change, Sebastian. So I know Sebastian earlier was saying like, but I'm one of them guys. Hey, I'll do whatever it takes to try to, you know, if I'm changing seats, I might as well change the deck. You know what I mean? It's gonna. What can it hurt?
Yeah, I don't want to change seats unless I feel like I have the edge on a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
If you're moving to a seat to where you can.
Yeah, I need to move after KIAH.
Yeah.
Because I know
Yeah,
KIAH's
no, yeah.
crazy. That's the only time I change seats. If I'm just running bad, I'm just going to sit there and take this punishment until I.
To either go broke or just decide to cut wave the white flag.
Yeah, wave the flag.
Yeah. Tug at the old heartstrings.
We've got to see a hand where I'm about to say we get ace king against ace king or king queen or something. Here we go. We get it against these two guys. Are up heads up a minute ago. So.
Last man standing.
Yes, I love that show.
Yeah, it's going. I think we may get it all in here, but it'll be kind of anticlimactic because they both have the same hand.
Yeah, well, you know.
That's something that can make somebody fold. I know Bobby's not folding anywhere in this.
Never. You
Never.
know, good shot is on 100% go mode. And once again, here you start thinking about your stack sizes.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Why did he just call? I'm sure.
We just saw Bobby call off $400 a minute ago with the what was it, 7 or
second best.
oh
friend.
now they might get it all in here, but yeah. There it is.
He's never folding.
No, yeah. All this to chop it up.
But that would suck if he had ace-7 or something.
Oh yeah.
1365. Oh, Bobby, I don't know how I can fold this.
Yeah.
He can't.
What if he did though?
What's he putting Bobby on?
Wow.
Ace Jack? I mean, he's got to put him on a boat. If you're thinking about folding, I'm putting you on a boat.
Oh, Bobby. I got to call you, I think.
Yeah, he got a call. Sucks.
Oh,
Chop it up, same hand.
all that work the dealer did to chop it up.
Yep, doing that. Well, Chewy, man, I think my last hand is coming up.
All right, man. And we'd like to thank you for
They don't play anymore.
coming out here and commentating with me, man. We'd like to welcome you back in the booth anytime you feel like coming in, man. Just give me a heads up and you can come sit down and help me keep these folks entertained, man. You are great knowledge, and I'd like to hear your side of the game as far as the dealer and the player.
Yeah, man, it's been fun. Like I said, this is just an eye-opening way to see the game completely different. So appreciate all you're doing for the Card Club, man.
I'm not being.
Thank you, man. Hopefully Team Khalil finds a fourth quarter rally, man, 'cause it's not looking good for us right now, man.
Yeah, I'm going to go get off, and I'm going to go like this and continue to watch it because it's a good game. I'm going to hope for the late rally, too.
Bobby's got a lot of late rally need. Come on, Curtis is down there. I didn't even think he was that far down there, but him and Yali.
I remember right, we beat y'all the first one.
Is it 2-2, right? JWIN and
JWIN kind of been on auto fold too, huh?
yeah, JWIN and Good Shot at 2,000, but Slim Shady and them are up to.
He got some food, you know what I mean? He got some food, so let's eat.
What's his name? Brent.
What, $20 straddle by JWIN?
But before I go though, I gotta give you my top 5.
Yeah.
I got to.
Good. I already got 3 of them: Kai, Harry, and John Park.
Kai, Harry, John Parks. Who's the other 2?
If you can't think of them that fast, they're not in your top 5. Then you know, if you got to think, it's like Hall of Famers, right? If you got to think about it, they're not a Hall of Famer. So if you got to think about your top 5, maybe you don't have a top 5 yet. And it's all right. You don't have to have a top 5 yet.
I think I'm just forgetting somebody.
No, you won't forget them. That's the key. That's what I'm saying. You won't forget them.
Oh man, Caesar.
Oh, Caesar's a great player.
Oh, I told you, Caesar.
Caesar's a great player. Yeah, you're right.
I'll put Caesar on any stage.
It's always a problem when there's
And then
one bare orange sitting out in front of somebody.
Look at this. 3-bet to 600. Sebastian, you might have picked the right hand to leave on.
Okay, let me see here.
Look at this.
Okay,
Pocket
Curtis.
10s.
Curtis getting right.
Ace Queen. Is there all in coming in here? By Yali? Oh no, he folded it.
Under the gun. There you go.
He got through.
That's a good fold.
Ace Queen.
Caesar. Okay, there's one more person.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Anybody on the stream?
I'm gonna give Good Shot that honorable 5th.
Fifth. That's a good 5 you got there.
We're on the ball. Y'all want to start killing sounds like tanking, like we do in the tournament? Oh yeah.
I'm gonna give him an honorable 5th, but there's somebody else too. Hold on.
Damn, these straws are getting big now. So we got a, what, $40?
So you couldn't make the prop bet big enough to like.
He's not gonna make. Come on, Good Shot. I've never known Good Shot not to reach. I know.
You've already told us we dropped it.
We did 1, 2, 1, 2, 5.
All the way around, one time.
Gwen says Slim Shady's in her top 5.
Word.
Slim Shady, yeah. You're hey, that's nothing wrong with Slim Shady being in the top 5. He's up there. I mean, it's interchangeable, whatever.
What time do we have left? About an hour?
Yo, just talk my ear off over here.
Was
You're ahead. You got it. You're ahead.
And we need how many more likes for another 30 minutes?
Yeah, I'm gonna let Jesse get it.
yeah. Hit that like button out there. I'm sure they're gonna give us a big pot in a minute. So
Yeah, so
I said it already.
Or family.
Caesar, Harry, John Parks, King Kai, Good Shot.
Good Shot.
Yeah, legit. And a year from now, all in Bastion.
All in Bastion. There. Let us know when y'all know y'all seen them deal. Y'all seen them commentate now. Let them know we want to see Sebastian on that stream again. So
All right, man, I appreciate it, man.
let us know, man. And thank you once again for coming out and helping to keep these poker fans entertained, brother.
Most definitely. So I'll catch you later.
You like to put the bomb box. No, put up in front.
Can we advertise the Waco Club here in Buffalo?
James did it.
You have to make it a splash pot though. You gotta add money.
Gotta add.
I put a billboard right in front of the All-In Club.
Oh, back in the day.
Clean.
Ruthless guy. Ruthless.
Right in the parking lot.
Ruthless.
Billboard. When people park there,
So I'll be going solo here for the rest of the time. So let's see.
they call me like,
Team Killeen can find the rally cap, or if Waco's just gonna keep it in autopilot and continue to.
Penny less gas from.
Afraid to say it's steamroll Team Killeen,
They
but
say Burger King spends zero on like finding their locations. Wherever McDonald's puts something, they just go right across.
One of the big things is that basically McDonald's wasn't even in the business of hamburgers, they're in the business of grills. Because it's all franchising, they franchise out so much that they own the building and all the equipment, they sell it and just rent it out. They're a real estate company, really.
Hey, you want to watch a good movie, kind of documentary type movie? Go watch the one on Netflix about the founders of McDonald's. That's not the original founders who owned it now. He kind of stole the franchise from a guy.
Yeah, have you watched the
Yeah,
movie
that's
with
good.
Michael Keaton?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he dropped some blinds here.
They said all they do now is just search out like places where property's gonna go, and
That's what they talk
Papa
about.
P keeps running
Real estate.
running good.
but the real estate company more than anything. Hamburger company.
The two brothers that had it, the guy that helped them franchise it just robbed him. I mean, absolutely robbed him.
Yeah.
So the McDonald's family got screwed over.
Yeah, so
The original one. The guys
the
doing
two
it now is
brothers
not
that
McDonald's.
started it in California, this guy from Ohio is out there selling kitchen appliances and finds out about their business model and thinks it's great. Helps them franchise it, branch out all over the United States, everything. And then
Squeezes them out.
basically, like gives them like $2 million to
And even
go
like,
away. And
and to keep their name. That's not like,
big.
keep their name.
See the VPIP up there, King Kai's at the very top, and JWIN, Curtis, Slim Shady, Papa down at the bottom. But again, that doesn't equate to VPIP doesn't equate to winning, as we see JWIN's, but I think third place or tied for second for winning.
Go ahead and double up on.
Slim Shady's at the very top, so you know, selective card playing is a very important part of poker instead of just winning the gamble. I mean, but King Kai's just getting unlucky tonight.
you're delightful here and you are at home.
King Kai does like to see a lot of flops, but you know, he's just not paying off tonight.
For some reason.
We don't have drinks in them right now.
Where's the vodka?
Don't do that.
Once we collect our 500, then we can pull it out.
There's no yellow water, right? That's
Good shot with ace jack. He'll be putting a raise in here.
Making it harder than you.
129.
I think those raise may get through. There's no point in nobody calling. Maybe Yali makes stick in there, but I don't see anybody else. Well, as I say that, Kai comes along.
There we go. Now we're building pots.
It's a party.
Yali gets in there, and Waco Scrub says, "Why not? Just get in there for."
what are you talking about? How can you not do
I
that?
shouldn't have called the 14. Okay.
Did you use your one change?
Got $500 before we see a card, so they're all holding them tens. So
Good luck, one. Nothing.
good shot with continuation bet. Unlucky to him, he runs into Yali with that queen 10, which he makes a call.
All right, Jesse.
A lot of pressure.
Ooh. Can Jesse? Oh, Jesse's gonna get his hand caught on the cookie jar. I think Yali here's thinking about whether he's gonna raise or just smooth call. He'll make the call now. I think Jesse kind of knows he's way behind now.
Need some help. Help, mama.
Got some shifting going on.
Got a good chance right here.
think Yali will make it about 200, 250 here on the river. He's going for the over bet.
Nice hand, JL. Thank you. Welcome to the game, JL.
Back shift over.
Pride.
Or the other way. Tip it the other way.
Pride.
I think that's the first hand for Yali to win
Didn't
tonight.
have a queen was the problem.
You didn't need a queen.
10 high can only
You need a
bet so much,
500.
huh?
Hmm?
You need a 500. You need a
I don't
queen.
think so.
Just the powder get wet when you check. You gotta keep powder dry.
Team Waco
Fire a little triple
still
barrel.
running good.
I never do that.
You see, Waco Scrub has been raising pre-flop, but I mean he's had premium hands and they've been hitting for him. So
Hornet fight never does.
Mr. Bobby just hasn't been catching cards tonight. It's gonna be the first hand we've had without anybody straddling.
First 1-2 hand of the day. Oh, there's 8 on now.
There we go. We got him now.
3 players going to the flop. And Kai with the ace. Kai takes down and it seems to be his first hand in about 2 hours, so anytime you're stacking chips feels good, so I think King Kai
Man, he just started a roller coaster. He just started.
hopefully that'll be the first hand of many to come, but somebody on Team Clean needs to start making a move.
Even all chips.
Or Team Waco is just going to go into autopilot and cruise away with this.
You ain't playing on hands, so I don't know what to call. You can stop straddling.
I stopped straddling. You haven't gotten around to me yet. No. It was 1-2. No straddle.
Yeah, no straddle.
Ah, come on, Kai.
Kai, I think Kai reached off for $20. Kai's just trying to build these pots up, so hopefully if he hits, the pots will be nice and
There we go.
Waco Scrub waking up with another nice hand.
110. I'm due.
Kai gets in there with 6-4. Kai feels like gambling. Kai's trying to make his chips. 4 going to the flop. Let's see who hits, if anybody can hit, or who's going to bluff at it. Bobby with a flush draw. Kai with a gut shot. Waco Scrub thinks his ace-jack's the best, and he is correct.
Math is not my strong suit. Neither is counting chip.
Get in, Bobby.
Bobby with the call to see a heart. 8 or 7. Or check on the both play the board.
Bobby knew you didn't have shit. Tell him, Bobby.
I had another.
I was thinking about showing me right after the block.
That's good for us.
I said, shit, if I hit flop, I hit
We
it.
win some money. Chopping up their money.
I don't. You know what I mean?
We're gonna net about $110.
110 right there.
Keep growing.
Stop, Bobby.
Oh, that river.
We like James getting the chips. He's the
For a
weaker
second, I
player.
thought you were scooping
You're
it
right.
tonight.
We can tell.
I'm the first to admit I'm the worst player on my
They don't
team.
play any hands. You're the one with a VPIP over 20.
Real.
Fun's good. Thank you.
He, oh,
Thank
yeah.
Oh, what a rip there.
Fun's good, guys. Fun's good.
Kai's trying to get into Waco's head as far as talking on to playing more hands, but
Shit, I did have a boat.
Probably Curtis down there.
I'm gonna say that 3 Waco guys have less than 30.
I think if you're playing this team game that they set up, I said Team Waco seems to be doing the right thing. I said, why get involved in unnecessary hands if you have a dominating lead, as Slim Shady and Waco Scrub do. So
I'm not either.
I think all the talking may.
How many minutes left?
Kai's trying to.
It was an hour a little while ago. Or a little.
Sorry about it.
About 30 minutes.
So I'm gonna kick it in high gear.
Trying.
All right.
Or you could call your
You're not
friends
getting no
and we
hands?
could get 40 more likes and then we could keep going. 6
I'm
balls.
pouring myself every 20 minutes.
I know, I see you on the chat. 7 folds, 8 folds.
I offered free blowjobs from Michael Scrub if anybody wants to like it.
I use the same marketing
There's a
offer.
reason why nobody's taking it up, because it's never gonna happen.
My family's watching the stream.
Got a bunch of dislikes.
I got 3 callers.
Family's
If
watching
you get too many dislikes, I'll cut it off right now.
4 players.
These pots are starting to
Blow the waist.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
get up there. So I think these last 30 minutes or this last keep hitting them like buttons and we'll keep extending your time. So please hit that like button,
Remind the chat
share,
of your offer.
We got him now, Jay.
and we'll extend it for another 30 minutes. So hit that like button. Go out and subscribe to the channel. Let's get it up to over 1,000.
4 makes it 55. 1
We
fold.
got him now, Jesse. Well, he's out, Jesse.
Yeah, I got me.
Jesse's out. What are you doing?
I figure we've got the same thing. We'll
You're
chop
wasting
it
time,
up.
man. I'm trying to get out of the stream.
Okay.
Kai with 6.
I'm doing all the work. I don't even know.
Good. It's bomb pot.
We got a bomb pot coming up, so
Pick your poison.
How much can you do?
25 left.
25?
25. Hold them or peel them.
Hold them.
we're doing a hold'em bomb pot. So
I don't know how to play it off the home.
I'm embarrassed.
What'd you have? I called the list. It's open-ended.
That's 6.
Hold over there, though.
Quick Cuts, proud sponsor of these bomb pots. So if you've seen throughout the night, they do anything from residential to commercial landscaping, putting up fences, hauling off stuff, debris that you have on your property. So please give them a call, let them know you heard it here at the KARD Club, and thank them for being a supporter of these bomb pots.
Well, that's not my board. Really.
Well, these bomb pots are, I like to think they're pretty easy to navigate. I have a philosophy of playing these bomb pots. You hit both, stay in if you don't.
Not like that.
Chasing these bomb pots just gets you caught up in hands.
Pair both boards.
So unless you're willing to call the first street, you might have to go ahead and put $300 to the side and call all the way down.
I like to see that.
Specific about which one. No. That's 100.
Shady says he likes his boat down there, so he's going to try to get everybody to call him. So he knows he has at least half of this bomb pot guaranteed unless Papa can somehow spike that 7 at the bottom. We have Slim Shady and Yali with the, they'll be chopping this bomb pot up. Team Waco, they chopped that bomb pot. Yeah, if Team Colleen needs a pep talk or something, they've gone into a zone of. You heard it, Team Waco chop. So that trophy's inching clear, near and near towards Team Waco, and I know
The reggiest of
Team
reggae.
Colleen doesn't want to let that see happen. So come on, get these pops going. Let's get a big pot somewhere right here. If we look at the numbers, I mean, 5,000 between Waco's up 5,000, almost $5,200, and then Team Colleen's up 1,500, and that's all JWIN. So
Down 5K, but essentially it's a 20. It's better to have 2,500. Like if our team wins,
$2
it's a 5K swing.
so the big Mr. Bobby is the big loser of the night so far. So far, the night's still early, so anything can happen.
Happen every day.
So Team Colleen's looking for that big pot that'll even them up. Take a big hit to Waco, and Waco's just trying to avoid any landmines that may come their way. So easiest way to do that is not get involved in hands.
I told you I could have ripped it in with the best hand.
Good shot. Wants to start making a little
Yeah, huge favorite.
that potential run start happening right here. He wakes up with ace-9, my favorite hand. See if it works for him. Oh no, never mind. I read it wrong.
Not gonna play any hands wrong.
He had 7 deuce.
7 dudes.
Wow.
Over 30.
I'm pretty sure I had like 9 fours.
That's true. No, you didn't.
We were talking to VPIP earlier, and as we see, the top 3 are all Team Colleen, and after that, the next 5 are all Team Waco. And maybe they found that lucky number. Sebastian was saying he figured that lucky number would be, the right number would be around 30%. I figured it'd be more around 40, but you know, working great for JWIN. So JWIN's at 16%, so that man knows what he's doing. So maybe other than VPIP numbers mean nothing. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is how many chips you got on your stack, and he seems to be doing the right thing. So maybe we should don't pay attention to the numbers as much. The only number that matters is what's in front of you, which is your chips. So yes, yeah. Then we're gonna do at the end. They'll do a count up and who had the most positive in chips, and they will receive the trophy and I think $1,000 to the winning team if I'm correct. But I saw a trophy earlier, so I know it'll head back to Waco, and I know Team Colleen won't be happy to see that trophy go and have the bragging rights gone. And I think we may be doing this every quarterly. I think it is. So I'm not sure if Team Waco gets to pick the same teams, but pocket 7s went down. It's the smallest hand so far of the night.
Perfect spot to wake up with aces. Oh my god.
Yeah. Looks like a squeeze.
Hunt all day. I don't know why.
Well, I appreciate it. Well,
Chris, what about just side bet me and you pile under here? Comes out of here. Then I can cancel mine out. What are you at? I cancel.
I bet you. What are we at? Where you at? No, hell no, I can't right now. I'm down.
You got a hat on?
If we set a time that's later than the stream, we can
How about 20?
We got a $10 straddle coming.
time that's later than the stream, 7, 8 o'clock or something.
Let's say 30 more likes for overtime. 33 more likes for overtime. Call your family. 9.
Text the club. Text the
How long
club.
is overtime?
Another 30 minutes of it.
So please hit that like button. Let's get 30 more minutes of overtime. And as I mentioned earlier in the stream, overtime is when these players start chasing that money. We start here with Slim Shady with that ace-10. Kai's looking to win any kind of hand, so his money's going to be involved in there. So we got a race coming from Curtis with them kings.
Down about.
Looks like he's making it.
Squeezing your money out of there.
320, 340. I think this bet will take it down.
I'll give you some action since you're drawing dead on the other one.
You're really about to be drawn with.
I don't know. Kai is feeling like gambling. I may be hearing chips and a little bit with this. If Kai hits any of that board, we may be hearing chips. So. Kai puts any chips in there, they're going. I think he made it 350. He did correctly. He did make it 350. Kai's not. Kai makes the call. I think Kai's just looking to make some kind of action. Check mark to Curtis, but I mean, as I mentioned earlier, I think when Kai called that pre-flop bet, we were going to hear chips. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but $300 and Kai makes a move. Can he sniff it out? Give me a 1 if he calls, 2 if he folds. Something tells me he's calling. Yep. Oh, look at his face. Yeah, something told me he was calling. I think he was. Kai makes a move at the wrong time. Yeah, I felt Curtis wasn't folding that. Yes, the purple chips are 100. Yes, James. Yeah, he made the call, Margaret. Yeah, I didn't see him folding. I mean, I think he was just thinking about it. I mean, that's a hand to where if he does have the queen, I mean, he has it. As we were talking earlier with Sebastian, sometimes you just go with your gut, and if he has it, he has it. But I think Curtis was going down with that chip. I think he actually liked seeing that queen come. I think he might have figured Kyle would have raised him if he had ace queen, king queen, or anything. So I think he felt safe with that queen coming on the river. Oh, Mark, I think it was a good call. I think he put Kai on that hand. He never put Kai on the queen to begin with. I don't think he ever did.
You want some drain off?
Waco Scrub was up with ace king. He's been waking up with monster hands tonight. He's been getting max value out of them, playing them to perfection. So let's see if he can repeat this. A good shot. Feels like gambling with 10-6 of spades. He says he'll get in there one time. Action is to Curtis. He folds. JWIN folds. Good shot on Waco Scrub. I think Waco. Good shot's trying to help out Team Colleen here, so he's willing to call any cards. And let me see good shot. Get it in right here. He's calling. See good shot folding this, laying this hand down at all. At all. Even if the straight came, I don't think he doesn't see this, so he's calling him all the way down. That's just my opinion here from this flop and him calling pre-flop. He turns 2 pairs, gives him a flush draw. I don't think he.
Get it?
$300. Is good shot gonna float and maybe make a move on the river, or is he gonna get it in here?
Damn it, Curtis.
Yeah, I didn't like the spot. If he had more money, he could have bluffed that.
No, I didn't want to.
He thought all in looked more bluffy.
Yeah.
Looks like he had a bigger bit. It looked like, man.
Yeah, there's a raise.
All day.
It's hard to call in this situation because if you do,
Stubborn. Stubborn.
he makes a move.
I was still with
I think Waco Scrub's gonna lay this down.
Hey, he made the best bluff timing on that one.
Nice hand by Good Shot. And he
Jesse.
he gets clean on
Trying to
the.
keep us in it.
You heard him. He's trying to keep clean in the game, but they're gonna need more than that. Yeah, Kai just threw a pick six to the opposing team, so he threw opposing pick six to the Waco Bears. So
Not anymore.
Chris intercepted that ball and ran all the way back. So Jesse's trying to rally the team, but he's gonna need some help. Bobby, Kai, you're gonna have to wake up.
I'm on the heater. Heat check. Heat check.
Oh, God, you suck.
And JWIN's been running good.
I'm going to do 80 if you did.
Too late. After he looked at his
You
ace.
give him a chance, right? You're a gentleman.
Yeah, you're kidding. I gave him a chance.
I'll call him the dark man.
I saw you look.
$80 coming up.
I think I got both of them.
Oh, yeah, just like.
King Cow with King 7 of spades makes a call. JWIN he has that look of not catching cards.
I'm gonna let y'all find it out.
Oh, baby.
Killer on my
baby.
in the blind.
Looks like we get a heads up with Kai and Slim Shady.
All right, Grayson, let's make up for what I did. I did Curtis for shit.
Alright. I'll give you 80 so far. Check.
No, I'm not calling for that shit. Go ahead, check. I know you got a good hand now. Now you check.
Kai's with the call. Four spades doesn't help anybody, so Kai's gonna have to bet here. He's gonna risk of getting.
Wait on.
Oh, king high.
Yeah.
Oh, check. Yep.
I'm calling.
You ain't calling.
I'm calling again.
You're not calling.
I was calling again, then I wasn't going to show my hand and say I had something little worse than yours.
Fire 300 right there. You ain't calling.
I'm calling. Only because I want to kill.
$10 in the one.
That worked out. So
Went to showdown. Curtis, I think, had one, and that was with
I'm almost there.
Kai a minute ago. I mean, he said a couple. Let me get that wrong. I mean,
What's going on here?
Is it $10 start or will it be fine?
Lost. Oh, lost.
I got it. Emmett Smith.
21. 20.
looks like we got a straddle by Good Shot. I think 21, or is he?
I'm definitely going to raise
You
that.
got the heat check twice.
Yeah, he made it 21, so 22 actually.
What happened?
Two, sorry.
He's trying to get them pots get up there for Team Colleen.
Exactly.
Get one of those cookies.
Smashed it up.
There you go.
Thank you. 17, 22 is live.
22 coming around the table. Mr. Bobby has gone MIA. We haven't seen or heard from Mr. Bobby in a while, so hopefully change will come into effect soon. But as for now, Mr. Bobby's not catching cards.
Definitely. Nasty right there.
Curtis Ace King. Team Waco's been getting Ace King a lot. It's been paying off for him. Good shot. I feel they're gonna get it in here somehow or another.
Oh, yeah, he definitely.
Good shot with a 3-bet to 225, and Curtis may think about making a move here with his Ace King suited. I think we're having a little technical difficulties as I think our cameras have paused or froze up. We'll be with you right back, folks, in a moment. Hopefully we get this stream back to rocking and rolling. There we go.
24 more likes. Get on your phone. 24 more likes. I gotta help people, I'm sure.
Yeah.
7 phones. Heads up.
Kai is a deck of killing. I like that. You're saying Kai's good in the regular season?
Break the internet.
Good shot with the continuation, but it's going to be hard for, as I say that, he's grabbing calling chips and makes a snap call. He's going to have to keep firing at this every street if he's going to take this down, and I think good shot's prepared to do that. I think he feels comfortable with his ace-king because Curtis would have repopped him there on that flop if he had hit that queen or had kings or anything better than that. But since he's taken being the aggressor and taking the lead, it's hard for him to call. He could make a move, but I mean, it's hard to make this move into that board and the type of player that good shot is. He's really thinking about calling here. And he floats to make the call. Good shot's gonna have to barrel again on that river at least 400 or 500. I mean, they're both gonna look to see an ace or a king. I mean, there we go. All that work. Chop it up. Good call by Curtis on that turn.
Ace high.
You said ace high, I thought you were going to say ace high.
I heard ace high.
Good call by Curtis on that turn. I think good shot thought he made the perfect bet, and for most it might have worked, but
Jack hurt me, didn't he?
Yeah. Can't beat him. Yikes. No Jackie, just the bluff through though.
Thank you.
Give me bluff some best hand. Good hand. He thought about it on the turn.
I almost threw at the flop, so that would make it really crazy pot.
Correct.
Maybe do at least 16.
he made it 16. Let's see if Kai makes it 32 or 35.
32.
32, and Kai's looking for somebody to restraddle, but it looks like it's 32 coming
How
around.
about them Cowboys, guys? How about them Cowboys?
I'm done with it.
3 weeks in a row, baby.
I want to see what they do with Team Rush if they're back. Okay.
Yeah,
Who's their lucky charm?
I like the
Play call.
30 Ali makes a call, 32.
Yeah, you know, you're right. The play calling is way better on this.
Just running it, play action, not letting Dak throw it 50 times.
Well, you think Dak throws it game because he's always behind.
JWIN has found the right times and the right moments to make a move, and it looks like he's making a move now with ace
Now,
9.
Dak got in
And
there and got
usually
the same play call that Super Rush does.
One thing is for winning.
But did you see where they broke
His
down
calls
Super
or
Rush?
his bets have gone through.
Y'all see where they broke down Super Rush like Pre-snap reads.
I got 8, 10, 9s, and I think Ali's coming along.
Draft when he was drafted.
The pot's right, $600.
Smart person who's ever evaluated.
We're going to the flop.
Like, there's one play in particular.
Some shady with them pocket 8s, hoping to sneak in an 8 in there.
And obviously, you don't want to run it now, but the look was so obvious for a run that he checked to a run.
Jack 10, 4.
So Jack would never.
Kai with a 10 will be betting.
Still got to start somewhere else, probably.
Hopefully we can.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Maybe somebody else picks him up.
Maybe there's some interest in Dak. Trade him and get something.
Yeah, get
You know, the Cowboys had cut him before.
They did. Yeah, sorry, that's right.
They cut him after they signed.
JWIN will bet here.
But it reminds me of Dak first or second year when he came in when we were good. They just run the ball. Play action with Dak.
Run the ball, play good defense.
Yeah. Complimentary football. I mean,
$600 pot, I think, is a hard pot to try to bluff at. Or
he's not that guy.
actions on JWIN. I mean, he may try to. There it is.
They have an elite pass rush.
Kai missed his bet on that flop. And, I don't think he can make this call or Slim Shady.
Some teams can do it better than others. It's fun to watch when you're kind of good at it.
I was telling him I saw a deal where they were
Kind of more fun than
comparing pre-snap reads between the guy now and Dak. It was just glaringly obvious the difference in the way he would check the runs or check the passes. And
JWIN with a nice
one of the
hand.
evaluators said that in the draft where he was in, that rush guy, he was like the second football IQ guy he's ever graded.
JWIN, I think maybe 8-1 now or 9-1. So as you look at his pot, he's making a move on Slim Shady. I mean, he is keeping team clean in this game himself. So I mean, he's almost up to 2,000. So he's inching up on Slim Shady, and see Waco Scrub is maintaining there at 1,000, but
At least lose.
Kai and Bobby have to come out of that negative hole somehow.
Look how they did it with the Romo situation. They asked that one.
I mean, you can't just pull him if he hasn't lost. I guess they can.
He's undefeated.
Zeke's getting money off there. That'd be good.
I like seeing him getting
Yeah, we need Kai to wake up or something. Bobby, Mr. Bobby, something.
Productivity doesn't equate.
These guys have gone into
He likes guys. He likes guys.
looks like into a zombie mode or something. They're not a. Something that tends to happen when you're catching bad cards and bad flops, or you're catching good cards and dead flops. I mean, it just after a while it gets frustrating as far as trying to make a move. And I think they know they're up on the time here, getting close. So you have to start trying to make some moves somehow. Curtis is trying to set that trap.
Short yardage back. Kind of a complete bag. Not the stud.
Right, yeah.
It's not done yet. It's just someone feel it.
Preston, have you seen that gay clown, or that clown that's hiding from all gay people? Have you seen that guy? I didn't figure you had.
This we got a $25 Omaha bomb pot. And of course, these bomb pots are being brought to you tonight by Quick Cuts Landscaping. No job too small or too big. Commercial, residential, fencing, decking, anything you need, stuff to be hauled off, just give them a call. The number's on the screen, 254-295-6988. So please get in contact with them if you need those things done. Let them know Chewy from the KARD Club sent you. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. It's been a pretty great show for Team Waco here tonight. We have to be brutally honest. They've been controlling the hands, controlling the pots, being the aggressors, making the right folds, making the right calls at the right time. And we just saw Curtis make a big call on Kai. Earlier we saw Papa make a good call on, I think it was Bobby. with that ace queen. So
Last minute they changed up the.
we've seen Slim Shady's just been running hot. He's been staying out of the way. Unnecessary hands, and when he's got them hands that he gets to paid off, he's been getting max value out of his hands. And
They're very good.
They are crushing it in the draft right now.
That's why they don't try to make any big trades or anything.
Big Bobby, Mr. Bobby flops it, and he also has the flush draw. So
Sign value creators there.
according to him, Mr. Bobby is the only one with a flush draw. So he's trying to avoid the board from pairing because Ali flopped a set of kings.
I know it's going that way. I don't know that it's all the way gone that way already.
I mean, he definitely influenced the Manziel no pick.
Yeah, Zach Martin instead of Johnny Manziel.
You got a Hall of Fame O lineman right there.
Curtis, watch this pass.
And look what he's looking at when he throws it.
Dude can play.
From that angle, you can see where he's
Ball and back.
what he's looking at. You know.
3 of hearts. King, Mr. Bobby takes this one down. Let's see if he bets another 100.
Gotta wait and see, you know.
And he may get called by Ali, but I mean it's only 100. He shows him the straight.
There you go, Bobby.
Nice hand, Bobby.
Just the nuts, Bob.
Mr. Bobby takes down what seems to be a hand which seems to be the last one he took down seems like 2 hours ago, but Mr. Bobby's finally on the winning track again.
You know, you have to watch the film. I don't watch it.
Yeah, maybe like third and one where he's getting to your
Is that back?
No. I mean, I agree with you.
Much better. Like
That stuff is
the
very.
back cameras in the
I
front.
agree with you completely.
That's why you do
It's
it
so
that way.
much more than just
Wait,
toting the ball.
Play
you
down.
can't see if you're in the cut though,
The numbers
right?
in the box.
I can, but you just get the formation.
Get used to it, yeah.
Block. It's more than blocking. It's like, what are they loading up at the top? I don't know. Watch the film. Yeah. They put 7, 8 in the box. I don't even watch it. NFL player.
20 more minutes
Not gonna run
unless you're going to call all your family members.
I think I did my part.
How much longer?
Could be all short yardage situations.
And we need
Looks like we got 20 more minutes, I think, is what she just said. So Team Kaleem better make a move soon, or it will be a victorious. It'll be the last 20 minutes of it'll be like a kneel down for Team Waco if they keep this this play up. And something tells me Kai and Good Shot are gonna try to start making some moves. But Slim Shady with him 7, Scrub with him 8. I think Good Shot will get in this hand too. There it is. Got 3 going to the flop and 2 pocket pairs and Good Shot with Queen 10, hoping to hit a Queen or a 10. A good flop for Good Shot to try to make a move here. If he checks, he may. Slim Shady's been having good cards. He's been showing the sets that he's had, so I think this may get through.
Okay, you guys are drawing dead 3 flop.
Slim Shady with another win, so
Huh? Oh. I was 10, baby.
Team Kaleem needs to start making a move pretty soon. I think they're running up on the time, 4th quarter. They need Tom Brady to come out of the tunnel. But it doesn't seem the Team Waco is too interested in entertaining this. So, but them chips are alive, as we just saw. Slim Shady get in there with them pocket 7s and make a move on that flop. So can't say they're just sitting back. I thought for a while they were, but they just seem to have gone into not catching cards. But them chips are in play, so their Team Clean does have a chance to make a move. We saw just what a couple hands ago. Curtis made a good call on good shot. So they're here to play all the way to the buzzer. Slim Shady wakes up with Ace King. Mr. Bobby may catch it here. It is 115.
Oh, Bobby's gonna stack you right here.
Probably.
Ooh, I feel Mr. Bobby may lose all his chips here. $220. I feel Slim Shady's making a move here. It's gonna be hard for Mr. Bobby to lay this hand down. I mean, Slim Shady likes that 9. Mr. Bobby's getting to that point to where he's gonna start committing his chips, and I feel Slim Shady's about to make a move here. And this would be the perfect move to make it right here. If he
115.
Slim Shady may think he's got the flush draw or something. I'm not sure.
Trying everything I can.
Slim Shady's gonna bet here. Good. 1.3. He may bet $600. Mr. Bobby is just gonna call. I don't think he can see him raising. I mean, he may raise, but I think Slim Shady's trying to find the. Oh, he checks it. He's gonna let Mr. Oh.
I played this terrible.
Yeah. I think that hand could have gotten all in.
Yeah, I played terrible. I played terrible.
That hand, I think Slim Shady gets all of his chips there. Slim Shady, if that's Slim Shady missed out, I think, on about. I'll say all the chips that Mr. Bobby has. I think Mr. Bobby's going down with the ship on that one. I mean, I don't see him folding there, especially with that 9 paired. I don't see him. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's how you what you guys do it.
I think, yeah. I mean, as you hear Slim Shady say, I think he knows he that was he's played every hand great except for that one. But you know, no one is perfect. He won, but he knows he missed out on probably 1,000, maybe. He probably lost about 1,500, 1,600. Whatever Mr. Bobby has left, I think it's going all in there. In that hand. I mean, there's no way Mr. Bobby folds on that 9. I mean, he's got to think 2 pair with a queen kicker are good. So, King Deuce of Spade. Mr. Bobby's opening up now. Slim Shady, as we've seen, his chips are live still. He's gambling. So.
I'll take Team Waco per quarter.
Yeah, lead with Ace Jack. Team Waco's been waking up with these big hands. King Kai hits that 5. So you gonna fire at it?
Let me see how the betting round goes.
Slim Shady with open end. He seems to be making all the right calls when he's got cards, and this is a good flop for him. It's an easy flop for Mr. Bobby to get away from. We're heads up.
Stay in there with me. You gotta help me. You're right.
That diamond may get Slim Shady a free card. Kai's got, I think his 5's good now. Kai takes that hand down.
Hold them
So I think we may be running up on time here, folks. We may have about 10 to 15 minutes left. And we need a Hail Mary from Team Colleen here to take any chance of, as we see Slim Shady's up to almost 4,000 by himself. Curtis is up to 1,000. Curtis made a nice move. Waco Scrub's been at the same, on the same thing all night. So we do kind of the math real quick. Looks like Team Colleen's up. I mean, Team Waco might be about 5,000-6,000 to be. I mean, just a rough estimate. I think they're up at 6,000, somewhere around there. So.
I feel like they got Don and Speedy, Don and Harry here.
Yeah, just keep losing over here.
We'll do the next thing. We'll put Don and Harry on that too.
Catch me out.
I like our odds.
Mr. Bobby with A6. Curtis with the pocket 9. Just gonna let's see what he does.
Don't put up with that foolishness. Get him.
Hurt my feelings.
Curtis makes it 160.
Where did you see that coming? Arizona scored more than 17. Carolina cannot win if the other team scores more than 17. Carolina's about to score someone else. Okay. That's not going to help them. Huh?
Slim Shady gets in there.
You really are the devil.
Yeah, we got hurt. No, dude.
He's in the game.
Yeah, no, he didn't get hurt.
Right, here.
How do you first?
Great flop for Curtis. I'll take it down here.
I'm gonna make it on a $50 sub bet. I don't know which hand.
Nice.
You gotta help me out there.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Team Clean will be making a move. I mean, if I have to, just by looking at these hands and looking at the demeanor on these players, I mean. $40.
You're right.
So Waco's putting them chips out there. Team Clean just can't seem to take advantage of it.
Coach. Pick me, coach.
40.
You know what? I have to his hand in, right? See how I'm gonna play. So JWIN, why did she give the money back then if it wasn't something fishy? I mean, I could say she gave money back because she didn't hear him complain and be like, hey dude, like,
She wanted
Yeah,
to
mitigate
She said
the
she was
problem.
pressured.
Yeah.
They said she was pressured.
But she also like didn't want a
People saying,
big
like,
argument or
people
anything going on, I guess.
I think it's more that, yeah. I don't think she was pressured, regardless of what she said.
I was gonna say, if somebody
The third
pressured
party
you,
guy
that's still that's a lot.
said it was a very, Darryl was like very calm.
Yeah.
No, they said that like.
But he was definitely like saying like, look, I know you cheated. Like he just assumed it.
The producer, they said pressure is behind the scenes.
No, they
Producer
told,
came out and
no,
said
what
nobody pressured anybody.
What
I
they
was
told
like,
her that millions of people are gonna see this.
Yeah.
Which
She might have felt pressure, but no one pressured her.
I mean, yeah, I do think she felt a lot of pressure with him death staring her and then taking her out and.
But I think there's a lot of reasons for her to give the money back, not necessarily because she needed it.
Yeah.
She could have simply given the money back because.
I believe that she feels embarrassed that she won hand.
let's do 175.
That's not good to give the money back.
No, I'm not saying that it is, but
You
I'm
better give back money every time you're embarrassed one hand. Like we wouldn't 10,000. Yeah.
Good shot will take it down. I mean, Team Colleen taken from Team Colleen.
So yeah, Jack Deuce.
Value, boy. Dang.
Kai just hasn't. I think the Kai's won maybe 4 or 5 hands today. If I have to guess.
Trying to tilt your buddy?
100's about my limit.
Trying to tilt your buddy?
So looks like Team Colleen. I don't want to say it, but might be waving the white flag. I mean, it's not. They're not getting in many pots. Team Waco has not. One thing I must say about Team Waco, all the chips have been in play up to the final minute, so they haven't gone into to a vault.
Careful.
Stop double straddling that.
I tell girls when they say they want this.
40 is live.
You know the sexiest thing a woman can say when you're having sex with her? Ouch.
Oh, God. You got young kids watching the stream.
I'm telling you.
They won't know what that means, man.
We got 40 coming around.
What I got under here?
I'm gonna rock over it.
No one said 16 this stream.
Nothing but clubs. Waco Scrub flops.
You know, Jay, 6 for your hearts, you get $25 an hour player.
Maybe you show it.
You show it down. You can fold, just turn it over.
7.5.
No, 6-3 of hearts. 6-3 hearts. It has to be hearts.
You get 225 for 200.
Not 8 players are getting big value. You get it? You think I'm
Waco Scrub's hoping to catch a club, but I think it'll stay cheap here. I mean,
twice? Yeah.
Waco Scrub doesn't want to invest a lot of his money in this pot, knowing if he's getting called down. But
195.
I almost called there.
he's hoping to hit that club.
Didn't make much sense. It was a good bet. Good bet with 8-9.
Waco Scrub continues to run hot. 2-4. Don't forget, I think was first, second hand of the night, he woke up with pocket kings. 1. Then he cracked Queen Chrissy's kings with pocket 9. So I think if I go look back through the stream, he might have lost maybe 1 or 2 hands. Him and JWIN have maneuvered this table tonight very easy. So has Slim Shady. Can't say the same for Mr. Bobby. Even King Kai at times Kai has just been card dead.
Alright, I can't be the one person who loses.
Mr. Bobby's gonna card dead also. So it's been a mixture of card dead and just Waco just playing good poker, making good calls.
I can't be the only one, yeah. Might not get invited back, you know.
Bobby with them 10s. Make it what, 60, 70? 60?
You don't usually lose this shit. James, how do you put over this?
What am I putting up with?
Losing on stream.
Hey, you know, that's what I do best.
Yeah. I don't have a very good record on stream either.
Good shot with them 9s.
I think you guys are doing great.
Well, today, yeah. I think I'm 3 losses and 2 wins.
This is a flop for somebody to try to make a move.
1,000 a man.
We'll do that after. We'll do that after the stream.
I'm in.
9 check.
Just put your hands that way.
Let's go.
See JWIN, the felt one of these 2 guys one time before the front door. Or James, either one of the 3.
You don't seem to be asking for much.
Bobby will show his pocket 10s. There's exchanging chips.
Yeah, Bobby. There we go. Start it off.
How much are we down?
8K?
No. Huh?
So Team Colleen, I think, is down somewhere around 6K.
None of your teammates can
Orlando.
Maybe running up on time here. I think if I'm about right, we may have about 10 minutes, maybe at the most. Chris, you're gonna do a matchup against McGregor. I'm gonna bring that up to Kai here at the Card Club and see. Right now, it looks like the reigning champs are gonna be Team Waco unless Hail Mary happens in the next 10 minutes and somehow or another $6,000 worth of chips are moved from one team to the other.
That's all King Jack right now. I might fall out of my chair.
Might go all in.
I might fall out of my chair.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, they've been carded. Kai has been catching nothing, you know, and Bobby, it just, sometimes it happens that way, you know what I mean?
You're
But
rolling around there, don't you?
don't forget, we have three tables going here. You know, 1, 2. Once this table's over, these players will head over to the main lobby and their money will be in play. So please come on down here to the Card Club. I'm sure Team Colleen will be looking to get that money back that they just lost here on the stream, and Team Waco will be trying to pad them stats. So, you know, them chips will be in play.
I'm a spectator.
They'll be over here on the table in the main lobby. So please come on down here and join us. $10 to get in. $10 an hour, rake free. Bobby's got to know his queens are good here, so he may lead out for 200. Was it 250? Bobby takes down a nice hand again. That race pre-flop got a lot of people in that pot, so.
How much?
25.
$25 Omaha. $25 Omaha. This is the last hand.
Looks like we got an Omaha bomb pot. This is the last hand, so.
All Waco players call all 3 streets and go play win.
Bobby, you got a dirty stack in there.
Looks like Team Waco has this last bomb pot. Of course, we brought to you by Quick Cuts Landscaping. We'd like to thank you, Quick Cuts, for sponsoring all these bomb pots throughout this stream today and last Tuesday. So thank you once again. If you have any needs, reach out to them. No job too small or too big. Let them know that we sent you here from the Card Club, and it looks like we're doing a last hand, a bomb pot. And
It's just sit on that little fireplace mantle.
We're gonna engrave it.
Exactly where it's gonna go. On the mantle next to that giant bottle of vodka.
But is it like we could do like WWE
Go
or
team.
something? If they win another one, do they get it back or what?
Yeah,
Goes back and forth?
4 and 7.
don't worry, I'll put it in the seatbelt next to you.
Hey.
it looks like Team Waco will be taking this down. I think regardless if they all players put in $100. I mean, every street, you do the math, they may be $2,700 still wouldn't be enough for Team Colleen to overtake them. So.
2 checks, 3 checks out.
I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in today, and sure Team Colleen will be having a pep talk after the stream. Team Waco will be celebrating. Don't forget these players will be heading over, so these chips will be in play here at the Card Club. So come on down. We're open here till players go home tonight, which probably might be this morning, come Monday morning. So if you're interested in doing something, come out here late. If you're getting off of work, if you work Sunday, come on down here, join us at the Card Club. Grill's going, food's here, so don't even worry about it. So that was the end of the night. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Y'all have a good night. See y'all on Tuesday.
Well played, fellas. Well played.
Alright, so the live stream is over. I think I finished up around 1.8K, but unfortunately lost the $500 side bet. That'll come out of my stack. So we finished 1.3.
I'm paid.
Now the good news is we're going to the main table outside,
Let's do it.
and we'll probably get a couple more hours in. So
The what?
maybe we can make some of that $500 back.
I paid mine.
Curtis, you get it or no?
Alright, who am I paying? Who am I paying? Here you go.
Thank you so much.
What?
All square.
I don't know.
I paid me.
Hey, I'm paying James.
Okay.
Here you go.
Yep.
See it.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, sir.
Good game, guys. GG.
Well played, fellas. Well played.
Hopefully it's cooler in there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.